I love those grasping hands at the end of that. So cool. Hey, everybody out there in YouTube land. This is your T-shirted historian. Welcome to Zombicide Chronicles, Episode 2, or How I Stopped Worrying and Learned to Love the Dead. All right. Well, let's go over what happened in the 2 weeks that before we met again. Momento. Gotta eliminate some things here. So, the mansion has been pretty busy with activity as everybody kind of tries to make a home out of this big place. Benjamin has decided that he's going to turn one of the rooms into a meditation and yoga studio. He's trying to pretty it up with things. Your NPC has decided to join you in that. So you do have a yoga partner, as it were. My gosh, where is everybody's stuff? I'm missing it. I really should bring all these onto one page or something. I'm like having to look through all these emails, and it's just like, where is it all? And unfortunately, my email's linked up to my socials, so it's like finding all these other things, and I'm like, I didn't need to look at that today. Our transporter has been going over the car and motorcycle, kind of carefully using the garage to retool everything, so there's lots of sounds of him working on it from that for the whole 2 weeks. He's been looking at the map of the surrounding area and really carefully checking off gas stations and places where they might be able to get fuel.
Yeah. I'm circling them with the red Sharpie on the map.
Mm-hmm. And he does find a ride-on mower in the outbuilding, which has a little bit of gas in it. Not much, but it might be enough to get you someplace. You know, getting back might be a little harder without more gas, but it might be enough to make a one-way stop somewhere.
Groovy.
We could also, like, if we got enough fuel, we could pull out the David Lynch movie with the guy riding on a lawnmower across America.
Okay. Kevin, I seem to have lost your email.
Oh, I said I was scouting to see if there's any like substations that had any residual power that we could like hook up to, or if I could play around with like the goal being to get some power to the radio. I'm not.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, no, I wasn't gonna. I said I wasn't gonna push it. Like, if there's a bunch of zombies there, I wasn't gonna like go in, but just see if there's any other lights in the city.
Yeah, you will see lights here and there in various other places, or fires burning. Seems to be a constant thing. And of course, the sounds of the dead everywhere is the loudest thing. Definitely not it's amplified at night when there's no sounds of cars. I believe Daniel is busy pounding away on fixing up stuff for the upstairs rooms and getting all the windows and stuff boarded up. Now that he's found out that runners can actually climb up inside the buildings, worrying about second-story defenses.
Yeah, and turning the the broken staircase into like a drawbridge staircase.
Mm-hmm.
Ropes and pulleys.
Which is kind of cool, actually. Yeah, the mistress of the house kind of is looking at all the changes with a little bit of a sad eye, but, you know, she kind of realizes, you know, like it's what has to be done. It's her house, but only in name. All right. We have to do the shelter phase. So it says, generally, the shelter phase takes place right after the mission phase when survivors make it back to their refuge. If there's no time, then phase will take place at the beginning of the next. So, shelter phase is divided into a number of steps. Number 1, supply check. Number 2, shelter actions. And number 3, plan your next mission. Because of where you're at, you don't have to worry about a supply check this time. But next time... So it's down to shelter actions. So these are additional things you can do. You can gather rumors. You can make something. You can study or train. That's pretty much it. So I'm going to go around and see what everybody wants to do. Daniel, what are you going to do? You going to be gathering rumors, making stuff, or studying and training?
Once I got the upstairs fortified over the last few weeks, I'm going to climb onto the roof and disconnect the eaves troughs from the roof and try to divert them so we can collect the rainwater.
Okay, so you're going to be tinkering. I need you to roll a tinker roll.
Yeah. And that way, too, they can't climb up the pipes either. So let's see, that's 2... It's the survival and brains, right?
I believe so.
2 dice, and then 1 more because it's checked.
Okay.
Uh, 1, 6, 1, 1.
Well, the 6 is the only thing that matters. So you managed to succeed, making some more modifications to the shelter. Hopefully it'll make it a little bit safer.
Plus, give us fresh water, which is an important deal.
Oh, yeah. And then we can use it for gardening and farming later.
Yep. Which leads us to Benjamin. What's Benjamin doing?
Benjamin, let's see. I think he would be gathering rumors.
Okay. Then you need to roll contacts.
Okay. Contact. Uh-oh, I don't appear to have that. Or it's not checked anyways.
Then you just add your stats in.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, so it's backgrounds plus grit. So
That is
in
no
your case, it'd be
successes.
4 dice.
Just 3, 3, 4, and 3.
Yeah. Okay. Then pretty much you're isolated, you know, up in the rich part of the city.
Yep.
Not much chance to get out and talk to anybody or form any kind of an attachment to any other shelters or anything.
Not yet, anyways.
Yep. So that goes to Kevin. What are you doing?
What was the last option? It was rumors, building, and what was the last one?
Studying or training?
Yeah. What can I study or train?
Doesn't matter.
I'm gonna practice shooting.
All right. Yeah, you basically kind of set up a little. You're probably not doing it at the mansion itself because it would the noise would draw too many walkers. But yeah, you probably head out for a little bit every day, find a spot in the city that is relatively isolated that you can shoot, or at least you can shoot at the sea of living targets to practice. There's always a zombie out there to take a shot at. Roll your education,
All right.
which in your case is 6, actually 7
what-
because you have a star in it.
All right. That's what the star does. Gives you an extra dice.
Yeah.
No 6s. 1-1.
No 6. No. Okay. So
Isn't there something where I could push a 5 to a 6?
not in downtime. Only in combat, basically.
Okay.
So despite your best efforts, you're not getting any better with that gun. In fact, you might need to clean it more thoroughly. Because maybe the sights are misaligned or something, but you cannot hit targets to save your life. John.
What's my
Don't
options again?
You can gather rumors, you can make something, or you can study or train.
I will study and train, continuing with my car-related stuff, because while I'm good at driving, I'm not good at fixing stuff yet. So I will train on fixing stuff.
Well, and you also were studying the manuals and stuff, so I will give you a bonus dice to your education roll.
Okay. Is that one shot?
What?
Is that one shot? Once I use that, it's used up.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorted.
Did you roll?
Do I need to roll? You just gave me a bonus dice.
No. You need to roll your education roll.
Okay, I need to roll my education. Okay.
Yeah, but you get a bonus dice.
Okay. So, not many dice. No successes and a 1.
No successes and a 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, despite all your tinkering with the car and looking at the manual and everything else, this is apparently one of the, new electric cars, and it has a system. And it has a system that apparently is just unfathomable to you, or it's a hybrid. Actually, I would say it's electric and gas. But there's no juice to get the thing started, and it's kind of like, damn it, I don't have a spot to plug in the computer and figure out what's going on with this.
Okay.
Honestly, that's how they diagnose cars these days. They just plug in the computer and they read whatever the diagnostic says. So, yeah, a fruitless couple of weeks for you as well.
Ah, well.
It happens. All right. At this point, you guys need to plan what you're going to do next.
Well, John, it seems like you need power for what you're doing, and I need power for what I'm doing. I say we figure. Sorry?
I was going to say getting a radio would probably be a good idea so we can communicate with any of the other survivors.
I have one. I thought.
Oh, never mind.
Unless I have to be t-shirt, is that okay? Like, because I just assumed I had one from the beginning, just sort of a cobbled together one.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay. Next time I look for survivors and get rumors, I'll use that next time.
Either that or some big batteries.
Yeah, we need power and fuel. So maybe a generator. Yeah, I marked a bunch of potential places to scavenge fuel, but you need enough fuel to bring back to a vehicle to get that running before we can then use the vehicle to scout further afield. So I can't really get a handle on this vehicle until we've got power. So,
Are there any vehicles on the streets outside of this place?
There's vehicles all over the place. Just because, most people either got attacked in their cars or they were trying to flee. In fact, most of the ways in and out of the city are choked off by seas of cars where people tried to flee.
But why don't we see then if there's one that's nearby that's a strict gas-powered one that'll be easier to deal with?
we could go around all the ones outside, siphoning fuel and taking the batteries out. Then that would give us some limited power, at least, and potentially some fuel.
Well, too, if we could get one of them that is just a regular gas operated, maybe it'd be easier for you to get it going. Especially if you find an older car, like a 70s, 80s or something.
Yeah. I mean, if we stick to the vehicles sort of just in the streets that surround the mansion to start with, that way we're got easy distance to run away into cover.
Sounds like a plan.
All right. So, tool up, and we'll scout around outside.
Yeah, I still have that gas can, don't I, that I collected earlier?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, gas cans are... did you list it on your character sheet?
Huh? Yeah, I got it last time when we were the storeroom. Was the one thing I took out of the storeroom.
Okay. Yeah, gas can's not a problem. Filling it with gas is the
it's
problem.
empty, but I got a gas can. So I want to get go to the garden and find a section of hose, preferably one that's not a good piece of hose, and cut enough for a siphon.
Well, it's a it's a mansion, it's a rich neighborhood, it's all good hose, but
All right, well, I'll try to
They're called courtesans.
yeah, it ain't like you're going to be watering your lawn anytime soon.
Well, I want to use the hose for the rainwater collection system later, so try not to destroy the whole thing, but get 6 feet or so. That's more than enough.
Is there a sack truck or a little red wagon or something we could use to move heavy things like car batteries?
Oh, like a little pull cart or something?
It's probably a wheelbarrow, ain't there? They got the garden.
Yeah. Yeah, if there's a garden, there's usually some kind of something to move bags of earth and everything around.
All right. So get everyone together. Station Elizabeth to open and shut the gate if we need to get in quickly.
Mm-hmm.
And then make our way out and scout around every vehicle we can reach close to the mansion.
All right. I'm going to need... we need somebody to make a dedicated sneak roll for everybody.
You want me to do that? I can roll 7.
Yeah, I got 7 as well.
Okay. So.
Oh. Am I rolling?
I mean, as long as we got whoever has 7 dice, I got 7 as well. So.
Well, okay, but why don't we find a way to divide this? So I'm going to need somebody to make a sneak roll so that you guys can get to the vehicle stealthily. And then I'm going to need somebody to make an evaluate roll to find out which car is the best one to take. And then somebody needs to make a tinker roll to get it started.
All right.
So
I'm
assigning 3 different things. One person each can do it.
I have 7 in Tinker because Tinker is marked.
All right.
And I
So I'm
second evaluate. So
I'm rolling sneak.
Yeah.
who's going to be our evaluator then?
I
Probably
guess
you.
that just needs me, but I'm not terribly good at it.
No, I suck at that. I got 4 dice.
Okay.
Oh.
I have 3 dice. You're better than me.
Oh, wait a minute. I have 5 dice, actually.
All right, you do that, and I guess I'll stand guard if there's nothing else to do.
All right.
Don't worry. When he blows the roll, there'll be something for you to do.
I got 1-6.
1-6 is what you need. I mean,
Yep.
1 success is a success. Yeah. So you guys basically, Kevin is kind of like your lookout. Well, he's your point man, basically. So he's guiding you through the city until you find, a vehicle that might be worthwhile. So, Daniel, you need to check it out real quick and see if it's.
Yeah, I got 1 6 and 3 1s.
Aside from a little bit of blood stains and stuff, it actually looks like it's might be in drivable condition. It's probably a go. It's still got power to the battery, so that's a good sign.
Okay.
Shanks, with his extensive vehicle knowledge, is going to try to hotwire this thing to get it going.
I thought Benjamin was doing that.
Yeah, I'm doing that.
Oh, okay, Benjamin. Sorry.
Yeah. I'm good at driving them, not other things.
Then you'll be the one driving, making the
Yeah.
driving roll.
So do I roll that now?
Yes, you roll it now.
Okay, cool. That is 1-6.
Yeah. You'll tinker with it enough to get the ignition system going. Car fires up. It's like immediately. It's like you can already hear the feeding sounds of the walkers heading your way. So you don't have much time because cars make a lot of noise.
Guys, better hurry up. We need to get this done and over with.
So Shanks is going to need to make a driving check, and I guess in this case we're going to use a stunt check.
Yeah, I believe it is stunt.
So look at this. You guys are like actually functioning like a team.
A success.
Nice. Yeah, everybody piles in. Shanks is driving and manages to weave his way through the maze of broken down cars and corpses and hordes wandering the streets.
This what I do.
Yep. Where are you headed to now?
Well, for the moment, just keep moving so that we don't get surrounded. Reach into my jacket, toss the map of the local area that I've marked into the back seat. Say, pick somewhere.
So you
We're after power, right? So look for somewhere where there might be a generator or a fuel depot, something like that.
Okay, who's
Home
gonna look
Depot.
at that? Yeah,
Yeah, hardware store.
Does someone need to roll for that, or can we just look for one and find it on the map?
Well, he's got a map, so pretty sure you can find it.
Looking for Home Depot.
So looking for Home Depot. Okay, who's going to be our looker?
I can do it. It's fine.
Okay.
Need a roll or anything?
Yeah, give me a
Evaluate again, probably.
no. Let me get a scout check for that because basically you're looking for a route to get there. So perception plus grit.
One 6, 1 1.
6 is what you need. Yeah, you give Shanks a pretty decent route to get there. Obviously the map can't account for hordes and things, but one of the things you can do is use your map to mark down, the location of hordes and other valuable stuff along the way. Like places that you might want to ransack. You'll pull up to what looks like a pretty good-sized, tool and lumber outlet. This place looks pretty well trashed because obviously when the dead started rising, people were hitting these places really hard to get lumber and materials and stuff like that to board up their houses and repair stuff and build fortifications. So the parking lot is quite a mess, and there's definitely a few hordes wandering around. And that's when you see Scott. Neil.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. All right. So you've been surviving the apocalypse since the early days when the dead started rising. You were going to try to get back to a little makeshift shelter that you had built, but you thought you needed supplies to board the place up and to keep the dead out. And knowing the only place you could do it would be one of the local big box retail outlets with a lot of lumber and tools and stuff like that. So you headed that way. And unfortunately, a pretty good-sized horde of zombies followed you there. So you are now trapped on the roof of the Home Depot. Fortunately, before you got trapped on the roof, you did manage to ransack the snacks counter, which, most of these Home Depot places, they have, pretty good sized little snack and drink counters and stuff for you to get stuff while you're...
Subway.
Yeah. Huh? Sometimes a Subway, yeah.
Yeah, ours has a Subway.
Oh, that's cool. I haven't seen one in ours, but so you've basically been subsisting on, candy bars, packaged peanuts, beef jerky, a lot of beef jerky, a whole lot of beef jerky. You've almost gotten to the point now where you've started naming all your little individual tubes of Slim Jim.
This represents a surprising continuity from his pre-apocalypse life.
And lots of microplastics from all of the, water bottles that you've got, which you're also probably using to urinate in. Maybe occasionally throw down at the zombies. I don't know. But, you've been stuck up here for a few days and hoping that some group will show up and eventually to raid this place and maybe either pull the zombies away or maybe even just rescue you.
And these boys are driving a car, right? So it's not like they're going to sneak up on me.
Yeah, and matter of fact, the fact that they drove up in a car is already starting to pull all the hordes from inside and outside of the building.
Okay, so I'm going to... I'm looking for something kind of as reflective as possible. Whatever it is I might be able to find, even if it's just a bit of broken glass on the roof. Kids throw bottles up onto roofs and things like that.
Right.
So that I can use it as a little heliograph.
Okay. I'm gonna need everybody who is not Scott to roll me a spot roll. You could miss it.
No successes.
6. 1 6.
Okay.
2 6
2
and
1.
1.
Okay, everybody except the driver who's busy, trying to drive the car and worrying about the approaching zombie mass of flesh, can see that there is clearly a person up on top of the roof who is shining at you with some kind of signal mirror or something shiny. So there's somebody alive in there.
I actually rolled 2 1s and no successes.
Benjamin, you're too busy staring at the horde and trying to keep from shitting your pants. You do not want to be trapped inside of a car and, getting eaten out of the car like a nut inside of its shell by these guys.
If you shit in my new car, so help me, I'll feed you to him myself.
I think Benjamin is laughing crazily at that suggestion.
T-shirt. We notice him up there, but do we also notice is the loading bay door open? The construction loading bay doors that all the Home Depots have for the contractors.
Yeah. I used to work in one of those. Yeah, the loading bay doors are open. Most of this place is pretty opened up because people were trying to get in there and get stuff out as quick as they could. So yeah,
John,
somebody would have cracked open all the entrances.
John, the loading bay's doors open. We can just drive straight in there.
Okay.
Maybe drop the door if we can. Hopefully, we can get the door closed behind you.
All right. Slam the car into reverse away from the horde, swing it round, and back into the dock.
All right. I'm going to need another stunt roll.
Yeah. And when he stops, I'm going to jump out as quick as I can and try to get the chain for the loading bay doors and drop the door.
Gotcha.
2 successes.
Yeah, you'll somehow manage to skirt the horde, maybe bump a couple of them on the way in.
Yeah.
And pull inside the building. Daniel, I'm going to need you to make another athletics check, I believe.
Is that stunt?
Yeah, I'm making a stunt check to jump off and get the chain.
Yeah, I got 6 dice. 6 and 2 1s.
Nice, yeah, you'll get that loading bay door shut really quickly. You hear the mass of dead flesh just, pounding against it. Because they're maybe at this point too stupid to figure out, to wander around towards the front, which is still wide open.
Did we see which doors are open at the front?
All of them. The glass is all broken out and everything. I mean, these things could just walk right in. It's just...
No, that's what I mean. But we got an idea of which ones are broken open, like which ones we have to do something. The reason why I was wondering is because I grabbed some of those carts and run them down that way to block the doors.
Not really possible. There's so much. These Home Depot type things are really accessible and open at the front to allow those carts in and out. And all of that stuff has been shattered, broken out, or whatever, because people were trying to get in and get out. And so the building is not secure in any way, shape, or form. And it would take a very long time to get it securable. And you'd be fighting off the dead the entire time.
If we've got this bit closed off, we know which direction they're going to have to come in.
Yeah.
And we can use the closer confines to our advantage. So,
okay, so we need a generator. Would I suggest let's look for some solar panels and battery setup?
Keep together, though. Don't want to divide our efforts. So,
oh no, please do.
No.
But
I mean, those will all be around the same area of the place anyway.
All right. I shall draw my guns and stand guard because I'm just not technical enough to be very helpful here.
Scott, what are you doing? Since you're stuck up on the roof, and now you've heard them definitely enter the building, and you can see that, the dead are pressed up against the door.
Now, did I... when you say stuck on the roof, do you mean I just sort of got chased in here, made my way up to the roof from the inside, and so there's a way back down?
Yes.
Oh, okay, cool. All right. So if there's a sort of doorway leading to a sort of aircon access hatch sort of thing at the top, he will take that to kind of go down. Presumably there's some kind of office up on a mezzanine or something overlooking the bulk of the store.
Yeah, there usually is.
So I will stealthily make my way to that mezzanine area so that I can kind of look down onto the whatever it is these people are doing inside.
Okay, well, if you're gonna be stealthy, then you need to roll a sneak. So that's going to be a combination of your dice for athletics and brains.
Gotcha. Okay, so it's 1-6.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, you'll stealthily get down there. I mean, there's still zombies wandering around inside the store, but there's just not enough of them to make a full horde. Unless they all gather up for some reason.
Okay, so having successfully sneaked and seeing these people, and seeing particularly a man armed with 2 firearms, did I hear John say? Did I hear the word guns, plural?
Yes.
Yeah. that being the case, if there's any the nearest alive human to me, I will say, hey,
Ah!
easy fella, easy.
Where the hell did you spring from?
I'll stand up. I've been up on, eyeing the guns nervously. I've been up on the roof. Boy, I'm sure glad to see other friendly faces.
Yeah, we're real friendly. You been hanging out here long?
Oh, couple of 3 days.
Okay. So, do you know where the generators or the solar panels or anything is? If you've been here all that time?
Yeah,
Well, good.
I was supposed to say, yeah, you probably know where everything in the store is pretty well by now and what's been taken, because it's like, that's the reason you were here.
So yes, yes. If there is if I did actually spot a generator, then I will indicate, pointing, keeping my other hand up at all times, indicating. I think I saw a generator over there, sir.
Cool. Does he seem to be armed at all?
He's got a crowbar.
Yeah, he's not got it out. It's kind of tucked into his pants with the the hook end kind of over his belt loop, as it were.
We've got a place. If you want to help us out, you can come back with us. We could always use another friendly face.
Sure. Yeah, you bet.
All right.
Can I see any of the others at this point, or have they grokked this conversation?
I'm gonna say that it's early enough in the conversation that you could see everybody. Yeah.
And how are they reacting?
I'm not sure.
You got any special skills?
Well, unfortunately, mostly.
Hey, he's breathing. Good enough. He's breathing. Good enough. Let's go. Show us, man.
All right.
He seems relieved not to have to get to the end of that answer.
That's why I cut him off.
So yeah, he will gingerly make his way to the steps that lead down onto the main floor of the building, and take them to some little sort of, I don't know, side room, whatever it is, covered in lift up the tarp that I had a chance to lift up earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Here, right here. See?
Yeah.
Grab a cart and roll down that way.
Yeah.
The big flat ones.
Yeah. See, in crisis time, everybody would have hit these places looking for exactly the same stuff that you are, which is generators, lumber, concrete, tools. So a lot of that stuff has been stripped out, but Scott, fortunately, had a little stash of goods that he was preparing to take it back to his place when he basically got mobbed. So he has a few things in it. Aside from a generator, but let's also find out all the other cool stuff that he managed to get. Let's do some search tables.
Lounge suite.
Yes, let's do some search checks. All right. Everybody gets to roll a d6. I'll tell you what other stuff he's got in his shopping cart, as it were.
Okay. I rolled a 4.
Okay. There is a water filtration canteen. Very smart.
Nice.
Everybody else?
2.
2. He has a manual winch plus a security rope. Could be useful. Next.
6.
6. I'm not sure how useful this is, but it's in there. I mean, who knows? This is Scott. Maybe he's an unusual guy, but he's got a big like a 2-gallon thing of liquid fertilizer.
I read somewhere that you can build bombs with it.
My YouTube channel gets shut down. No, no, I'm just kidding. All right, Benjamin.
I rolled a 1.
Or actually, Shanks. Shanks, you got. Oh, lucky you. Well,
Find a
Scott
zombie.
was no. Scott was lucky enough to have a box of battery-operated power tools.
Mhm.
With the batteries still had a little bit of juice in them, but it appears to have been broken.
Okay. So a broken
if you-
power tool.
So broken power tools. However, one of your shelter actions can be to repair these and make them usable again. So
Okay.
if you want to take them with you, you could still keep them. But for right now, they're broken.
Well, okay. I'll take them with me for now.
And yes, he's got a big shiny red generator in his shopping cart. So, what
Well, I
other
guess we
goods
leave
you?
everything in the shopping cart, and I can push the cart.
Yeah, I was about to say, what other goods are you guys going to try to get out of this place? You know, there are zombies wandering in through the front doors.
Is there a hammer that I can use to whack one of the zombies in the head with?
Oh yeah, you can. There's tools everywhere. It's easy to grab something heavy to beat someone to death with.
Okay.
Is there a forklift? Because one of the things, like, I just went on the website. One of the things that I've seen before, and I didn't realize how big the box is those big solar kits that come with everything to set up one solar for a house is something people were just not going to run out with. They would have had
True.
to steal the forklift.
Yeah. They do have forklifts here. Unfortunately, they're the big giant 1-ton battery operated
Well,
forklifts.
do they still have juice in them? Those hold for weeks, unless you use them continuously.
Well, it's been longer than that. No.
I thought it's only been a few days since this thing started. You said.
No.
It's been however long it was, plus a week.
Yeah.
That we've been doing downtime stuff.
Yeah, you've been in downtime for 2 weeks. So
Now, I haven't. This is player knowledge. This, I guess, is my knowledge. But doesn't a solar panel can't you get like a small solar panel and one or so a couple solenoid batteries?
Yeah,
And
all those little ones though people would have grabbed because they're easy to take out.
Okay.
That's why I was looking at the big one, something that would probably still be there because they're too big to just walk up and grab. Like this thing here is the box is over 6 feet tall, 5 feet long, 5 feet wide. That's a big ass box. You're not just grabbing that.
yeah.
We should probably mark this
But
on
that
the
means
map.
we can't just grab it either. So
We should probably
Yeah.
mark this on the map and make this a long-term project.
yeah, that's why I was asking if there was a forklift or something because that's the only way you can get it out.
Yeah, we'll probably need to charge that up or something later.
Or if we had a pickup, we could smash our way all the way into with, but we don't.
Yeah.
Well, we've got a generator. Now we just need fuel. I mean, so we've got what we came for, really. Plus, we picked up another survivor. We're good. Why don't we fuck the fuck off and head to the nearest gas station I've got marked?
Sounds good to me.
I mean, there must be some plastic fuel canisters or something here we can grab on the way out.
Yeah,
Easily.
I got one.
Yeah, most of that stuff is not too hard to grab. I mean, if it wasn't grabbed immediately, then it's probably scattered around. And I don't know why, but for some reason, whenever people are looting, they just tend to be destructive and just rip shit up for no reason whatsoever. You're pretty sure the one place in this store that hasn't been hit is is probably the tile section. I want to put down some brand new terracotta for the the living room since the zombies are invading. I want it to look good when we get blood splattered on it.
We can throw them like the records in Shaun of the Dead.
Prince's greatest hits. Nope, throw it.
I mean, we could redo the bathroom for Elizabeth. I mean, I'm sure she'd appreciate it.
Why not? Let's grab some tiles and grout.
You're making us. There's one shop clerk, a zombified shop clerk walking through there with a hi, my name is Bob tag on there, just kind of like quickly dispatch him. And
are there rules of fencing?
Are there what?
Rules of fencing? Chain wire fencing?
Oh, like chicken wire and stuff like that?
No, not chicken wire. Chain wire. Yeah, like that your fence for your property is made out of. They come in big ass rolls.
Yeah, I know.
Again, this is one of those things that you probably can't take now because it's too heavy. But I just want to mark so we know there's probably going to be solar, the big ones, because they're too heavy. Something like that's probably too heavy. Probably still be here. Like if we could find a huge ass truck, we could really get some stuff.
Oh yeah, if you had a huge ass truck, you could probably do that. But they probably do have some fencing here. But the best place
market for later.
The best place you're going to find fencing and stuff like that is going to be like at a Tractor Supply store.
Look, we got what we need so far. We can always come back. Just mark it down.
Well, that's what I was checking, just to mark it down.
Yeah.
Well, once we got our stuff, we just go.
Yep.
All right. Well, by this point, a horde has broken in and is coming after your group. So, have combat.
If only we could drive the forklifts into them.
I said the forklift won't work.
Yeah.
Battery's dead.
The forklift batteries are dead.
I know.
All right. So you guys have an approaching horde. What are you guys going to do?
Should we just run back to the car, or should we confront them?
Well, if we confront them, there'll be less deadheads in the world.
Yeah, but the ruckus might draw some more.
Just get to the car.
Fight our way to the car, and then I can get us out here. No problem.
Okay.
Famous last words.
All right. Since you're not trying to actively fight this horde, it's just slowly moving towards you. You'll push your way through the store, knocking over stuff, and just like everybody else who came in here the first time, kicking things out of the way and tripping over corpses and everything else, trying to get your cart through, and having that one wheel that gets stuck spinning around on its own.
But I'm an excellent driver. I can cope with that.
There you go. Yeah. You'll quickly start piling all your gear into the back of the car. I mean, that generator's heavy ass, so it's going to take like two of y'all to pick it up.
Yeah.
But you'll get it loaded.
Cars have decent trunk space.
They do. They actually do. My Chevy used to have a heck of a nice trunk space on it. Anyway, so everybody gets piled into the car. Now what?
Well, I'll open the door.
Yeah, open the gate.
Get in.
Right.
Okay.
And I reversed in, so drive straight out.
And I haul off after him once he gets out.
Okay, so Daniel, I'm going to need you to make another stunt roll, not for opening the door, but for opening it and then just leaping back into the car and not getting eaten.
Wow, I guess that's a good time to roll sixes. Out of 6 dice, I roll 5 sixes.
Damn.
Yeah. And a 2.
You guys can audibly hear Daniel's heart beating out of his chest as the adrenaline hits his system. He leaps back into the vehicle after. after a horde of the dead, basically comes through that loading bay door. Shanks, you need to roll a stunt to basically crush the horde with the car.
I got a success.
All right. Yeah, you'll manage to get the car through the horde without taking too much damage on the car, which is the main thing.
Yeah.
If you'd rolled a botch, you might have lost the car, but you're speeding out into the parking lot, which is rapidly filling with the dead. Now what?
Nearest petrol station. Gas station.
Okay. I assume somebody else is going to navigate for you?
I assume so also.
Okay. So who's your navigator?
Not me.
What skills?
High scout skill, I expect.
Yeah, scout skill.
Yeah, not me.
I have a 3 for scouts, so no thank you.
Yeah, I was lucky the first time and I had 3, so somebody else do it.
I think, yeah, that was one of the problems. That we all have a terrible scout.
Well, that's what levels are for.
All right.
Yeah.
Scott.
Yours any better?
Scott is amazing at scout. He can read maps like nobody's business. He's got a 7.
Does he really?
Yes, he does.
Oh,
Scott, you're volunteered.
you're voluntold, actually.
Okay. So Scott, you're sitting in the car. You're kind of bewildered. You're happy to get out of the store, and then somebody hands you this map with all these, scrawled in, written, circled areas in red pen, and then the driver turns around and his Jason Statham look and says, "Find me a gas station, goddammit!"
After saying petrol station first, because
Okay. Yeah.
So Scott has done the usual sort of low status thing. He just assumed he had to sit in the back and kind of got squeezed in between. Presumably
That's what I
Benjamin
figured
and
too.
Kevin. So he's kind of sat there between the two of them. He's actually clutching on for dear life to one of those really quite ugly blue Jan Sport backpacks. Which he seems to cradle like it's his newborn son. He's very, very protective of it. And so at first he kind of fumbles the map because he daren't let go of the rucksack. But he retrieves it from the footwell, picks it up and sort of turns and starts looking left to right. Okay, so that's 7 dice, right?
Yes.
Now, do I remember reading something about mastery? So if I'm rolling more than 6 dice, I get a mastery dice for each one above 6?
I believe that's right.
Okay, so I'm rolling 6.
I think it's for every dice over 5.
Right, okay.
And then you get to re-roll the mastery dice, I think.
Mm-hmm. You have to re-roll the mastery dice.
So I'm rolling that many dice to begin with, and then I'm rolling 2 mastery dice in that case. Okay. So, God, in all those dice, I got precisely 1 6.
Well, that's all you need.
And I will, and even re-rolling the mastery dice didn't add that. So, 1 6.
Yeah. Well, his directions are a little bit haphazard. No, not there. There. But
My left,
Right, left. No.
which is Texas right.
yeah, you'll stop in front of a Brontoil gas station, which is got the big green dino on it. And in fact, it's also got a replica of a giant, like 40-foot tall green dinosaur sitting out front, because this is my world, and I love stuff like that.
Has anyone got the emergency pump? Is the emergency pump already in place on any of the pumps?
There's a chance. Yeah, I would say so.
All right. Well, once he pulls up to it, I'll start pumping if somebody wants to actually hold the thing in the.
Yeah, if there is a pump there.
Yeah, well, all the gas stations have to have an emergency pump. I used to drive fuel truck for a while, so I know all about it. If you don't have it, it's a violation. So every gas station has to have one unless someone stole it.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
that, and you can see nearby the actual hole where the gas is usually
Yep.
dumped in via tanker.
Yep. That's
Yeah,
what I used to do.
Yeah.
That was the job I used to do.
Yeah, the lid has actually been pulled off.
Okay.
All right, so you pump. I'll stand guard. Rest of you look around, see if there's any fuel canisters that people managed to fill before they got eaten or dropped in a hurry, anything like that. Maybe there's some food in the little
Convenience store.
station. Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to take a while to get the pump because you have to prime it enough to get the fuel all the way up from underground.
He's gonna suck like nobody's business.
Yeah, it takes a long time to get those pumped up. So you're talking
Jesus.
like 5-10 minutes.
This would have been a great time to have one of those XXX stars, huh? Suck a golf ball through a garden hose? Well, lady, let's see you go. All right. So we know who's on guard. We know who's pumping. So that leaves Scott, Kevin, and Benjamin to do other things. What are you guys doing?
I'm gonna follow John's lead, and I'm gonna just search for any kind of canisters.
All right. I'm going to give you a, I believe it's a scavenge check.
Oh God. All right. Does anyone have a scavenge higher than 3? Because
I do, but I'm pumping.
okay.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I have a
Dan-
4.
Yeah. Daniel
I
can't
have
do
a
it. John can't do it.
I have a 5 in scavenge.
But aren't you looking for your own things?
I am.
Yeah, you're
Well,
looking to see if there's
alright.
any hands kicking around.
Oh,
leave
okay.
I'll leave them to scavenge that. I will just go into the snack aisle and just start taking everything.
Scott, how eager are you to go and scavenge the snack aisle after having survived on a steady diet of Snickers and paydays for 3 days?
Absolutely. He was I'll just make it clear that he was a blogger and a crypto bro before it all went bad, so his life is entirely consumed by eating junk food in front of screens. So yeah, he is very, very au fait with the convenience food lifestyle.
So does anyone look for the extra gas cans though that John had asked about?
I went for the obvious thing because my scavenge is terrible.
I don't think
look for extra gas cans, like John
Yeah.
said.
I don't think Scott is that bothered about looting food, particularly if the men with guns are saying find gas canisters. Then he will find gas canisters.
Okay. So I'm going to go around. Okay, Daniel's pumping. Benjamin, what are you doing?
I am going to scavenge.
Okay, what are you scavenging for?
Let's see. Maybe. Let's see. What do we need? Like immediately.
The big thing is the gas canisters.
Okay, I will look for gas canisters then.
Okay, you need to go ahead and make your scavenge check for gas cans.
Okay.
They usually have quite a few at gas stations, but
So I don't need to roll it.
no, you still need to roll it.
Oh, okay, I misheard what you said. Sorry.
No.
Might be unlucky.
Yeah, that's
Sorry.
usually when I ask you to roll, it's not always a case of there may be tons of it there, but there may be complications.
Oh, okay.
Is it more efficient for me to help you then to give you 6 dice rather than do it separately myself?
I got 2 6s.
He's fine. Yeah. Benjamin, you come with a couple of gas cans and come rushing right out there to Daniel. It's like, look!
Okay,
Kevin?
put him over there. As
I
he's
hope-
pumping frantically.
I put him there.
Kevin?
I'm just getting the snacks, putting them in trash bags, just the drinks, caffeine.
Okay. Roll
Yeah,
scavenge
whatever.
check.
Yeah, and a lot of bottled water.
Okay.
Let's Let's see.
Hope the bag doesn't break.
No, just 1-1.
1-1.
Yeah.
No successes.
No, the other 3 and a 4.
Okay, that's what I was waiting for. Okay. So, yeah, you're busy, going through the cold freezer to get all the well, it's not cold anymore, obviously, but get energy drinks and bottled water and all that, and crashing through the other side of the drinks. I mean, the whole thing comes and falls down on you. Is an obese zombie wearing a bright green Bronto Fuel mascot costume.
Which
And I'm pinned, right?
Yeah, at the moment.
Okay.
Fortunately, the plastic is keeping you and him separated, so he can't bite you. But it's a complication.
I'm gonna yell for help.
I'm sure everybody heard you scream.
I
Scott,
only have
what
a gun. Quick, melee users, go in.
wait, it's not your turn. Scott.
Okay.
Well, hearing the shout, he will head directly for the concession. Yeah,
Yeah. Kevin is kind of pinned down by an obese, like massively obese zombie in a big giant green dinosaur costume.
And my way out of here is clear, right? I don't have to kind of risk scrambling and falling over anything.
Yeah, you could run.
No, it's fine. I just wanted to check my exits before I slide the crowbar out from my cargo shorts and smack it on the back of the head.
Okay. Just to tell you, see, your weapon only does 1 damage. It's not enough to hurt a fatty. So.
No, it's more a distraction. It's better to try and draw it out into the forecourt.
Yeah.
What did we have to kill them with last time?
Chainsaw.
Well, chainsaws, which kill the abominations with. The fatties don't require anything quite that big, but you got to be able to at least do 2 damage to kill one.
We had those swords as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have the zombie slot. I think I gave Shanks the other katana.
I have the regular katana. You have the Zanshi.
Zontetskin.
Yeah, and I have the chainsaw.
But we're busy. That leaves you, Kevin.
Yeah. Scott, actually, it's Scott's turn. Scott, your crowbar is probably, for a fact your crowbar is not going to hurt this thing. You've seen fatties before, and you know that they require some heavier weapons to kill, which is one of the reasons why you were stuck up on the roof.
Doesn't matter to me. My object is to basically kite it outside.
Okay, so you're basically trying to distract it more than anything else.
Yeah, sure.
I tell you what, I'm going to give you a convince roll.
Okay, cool. Right, all right. Okay, so it's now this is a stress situation, so 1s are potentially relevant, right?
Right.
Right. Okay. So 6, 4, 1.
Well, look, the success is what counts. Yeah.
Cool. All right.
You sit there and wave your arms and yell at it and everything else, and for some reason, instead of going for Kevin, it just kind of like climbs off of him and starts coming after you. And I figure you're leading it out of the store.
Yes, out onto the forecourt. Yep.
Okay.
Probably invested heavily in Dogecoin while it was alive.
I know you.
Hey, read the terms of service, buddy.
Okay. So we're on to the next round. Kevin, you're no longer pinned. Daniel and John, you guys can see the you guys can hear the commotion. You can see Scott leading the giant, fat green dino zombie out.
Can I wriggle free and try and go after him with my zombie slayer?
You can.
What do you need me to roll?
It's just like, I mean, if you're using your zombie slayer, it's going to be a it's a fight roll.
Okay. All right. 1-6. And the dice symbol is the damage.
No, that's the number that you need to reroll.
Oh,
Or is it the-
so
or is that the-
this. Sorry. There's the movement, I think, icon. Then there's the dice. Then there's a target crosshair, and then there's like a blood splatter.
Okay. You're using the Zontetskin, right?
Yeah.
Okay. It has melee type. It's range 0, 5 dice, 4+ accuracy, damage 1. But its trait is silent, and its other trait is zombie slaying.
Yeah. So with the 1 success on the fight, do I roll for damage?
You don't roll damage.
You add all the dice together.
Yeah, it only does 1 damage, so it's not going to be able to kill this thing.
All right.
Unless you want to push one of your other successes, which is what the accuracy is for, I think.
Yeah, I didn't roll any 4s.
It's up to you if you want to take the stress or not.
Wait, so how much stress do I take for a reroll?
Every success for every dice you convert.
But the weapon accuracy, you need to have rolled something equal to the weapon accuracy to be able to bring it up, I think.
Yeah. So
I'm gonna
and it's got a
remember.
4.
All right, so yeah, I have a 2 and 3 and 2 3s, so there'd be no point.
Yeah. So there's no point. Yeah.
All right.
Your Zontetskin hits this thing, but apparently its plushy costume and fat body just resists.
Picturing now, there's that foam everywhere.
Uh-huh. To make it worse, it's like, apparently it's got like a little honk thing on the end of its nose, so now it's honking when you hit it. What's everybody else doing?
I am going to switch weapons to the chainsaw and start it up and sort of sidle in towards this dinosaur.
Okay. So go ahead and hit it with your chainsaw.
Have I got enough actions to be able to do that?
I think so.
Okay.
And I'm still pumping like a madman because if I stop, I'm
Right.
start all over again.
So the chainsaw gives me 5 dice, right?
Yep.
On top of
You're fine.
my fight, which is 7, actually. Okay.
So you're maxed out.
So, yeah, 7.
Yeah. Chainsaw's 5 dice, 5+ accuracy, 2 damage, but noisy.
12. So it's 5 normal dice and 7 mastery dice. Okay. Two successes, that's enough to kill it, isn't it?
Oh yeah. Well,
Alright.
it has 2 damage anyway, so 1 hit's
Alright.
enough.
So I tuck away the pistols, unsling the chainsaw from its carryall, pull the cord as I march up, and then slowly and deliberately saw its head off covering Kevin in gore.
It's a horrible sound between this thing, making its horrible gargling sound, the chainsaw revving, and the annoying honk, honk, honk as it dies. It's just like, that's trauma-inducing. the Bronto Oil mascot dies. Yes,
Thanks.
the dinosaurs are once again extinct.
Yeah.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
I would have dropped a big rock on it, but didn't have the time.
All right.
Have you bastards found everything then?
Well, I dropped it. Let me run back real quick and.
All right, take your time, no rush.
The noisy chainsaws attracting more zombies from the area.
I'll grab my trash bags, throw them in the car, and just sit ready to go.
You'll get the car as fueled up as it can be, but you don't really have time to get a lot of extra because it's between the sound of the car itself being noisy and the chainsaw being noisy and everything. It's like, yeah, there's definitely more zombies moving into the area. I mean, if you just want to hold this position and keep pumping for all it's worth and fill up all these gas cans and take all the gas that you can, but you're going to have to fight off a horde or two.
I think we should only get what we need and not any more or less.
Yeah, you're probably right, Squire.
Yep. So let's pack up and get out of here.
Yep, you'll zip away just as the hordes start arriving.
T-shirt.
Yes.
I'll steal the emergency pump because that if we go to another gas station, that one's already stolen. We have an emergency pump.
Works for me. Another tool you can add to your arsenal.
Taboo.
Scott's probably happily munching on a Twinkie from the convenience store.
These are so good. I don't. Look at this.
Suddenly Woody Harrelson appears out of nowhere and goes, "No, that was the last one."
That was the last Twinkie. That first move.
That is a statistical impossibility in Los Angeles. Only 6 months after the Holocaust.
That was such a good movie, but the second one was crap.
Yeah, the second one wasn't great, but I thought like he was searching for Twinkies all over the U.S., not just in Los Angeles. So it's even more of a statistical impossibility.
I don't know. It's just whatever made the story move, right?
Well, yeah.
Hey, we actually did have an actual Twinkie shortage a few years ago because remember the company got shut down and they stopped making Twinkies and then they got bought back up and everything. But I remember people were selling boxes of Twinkies on eBay. I remember because I looked. I was like, I haven't had a Twinkie in forever. And it's like, oh, wow, they're selling them on eBay for... But no, now you can go back in the grocery store and buy a Twinkie anytime you want to. Unless you're in England where they don't have them.
Well, not just in England.
I was about to say, I don't know. Do you guys have Twinkies in England?
No.
That's what I thought.
No, apart from kind of US warehouse outlets and stuff, but no, not routinely.
Sad. That's what I probably should do is ship Grim a box of Twinkies.
I don't know if I ever had Twinkies when I ate that kind of stuff.
I don't really eat that kind of stuff.
I don't think many people eat that kind of stuff, to be honest.
Kids.
Yeah, kids, that's about it.
Ever pirate cookies? Those are my favorite. I never tried them until my wife showed me them.
I've never seen pirate cookies.
They're like peanut butter and oatmeal.
That sounds awesome.
They're delicious. I I didn't realize they were like a Canadian special thing because I never actually had them when I was a kid, and my wife it was like 3 months ago she got them for the first time, and I was like, oh, these are great. I've never tried these before, and I never grocery shop, so.
Yeah, Canadians have all kinds of cool stuff over there. Like you guys have poutine.
There was one
Tons
restaurant
of
down
poutine.
here. Yeah, there's one restaurant down where I live, and it closed in like a couple months. It's a shame.
And ketchup chips.
Yeah, I don't like those though.
I don't know if I've ever had any imported ones, but they always seem kind of interesting.
Anyway,
Yeah, all this musing over the past while you cruise through the apocalypse and smell the decay on the wind.
Yeah.
What
Well,
are y'all doing now?
considering we got a gas station's emergency pump hanging out the back, we're actually just smelling mostly gasoline fumes.
True.
Slightly better.
Don't light a match. No smoke
that's
at the moment.
That's
Drive
why
back to
we're
the mansion.
that's why we're waffling. We're just gas fumes.
All
got
high
us.
on gas fumes.
Yeah.
So what now, guys?
Drive back to the mansion.
Yep. And then prepare for another fight, I guess.
Yeah, because the emergency pump has like freaking 12 feet of hose on the end of it. Eh? It's a gigantic thing. Fucking dragging behind us.
So yeah, you'll get everything back to the mansion. This is Scott's first encounter with the mansion. It's a 2-story mansion in Uptown. It's in the nicest neighborhood. It's fairly quiet. I mean, there are still zombies in this neighborhood, but never more than 1 or 2, and you can usually kill them pretty quick without too much difficulty.
Oh, cool. You did all this?
Yeah, it just took some effort, but yeah, he'll be staying here unless we lose it to the Horde.
Foreshadowing is a narrative device.
All right, let's get this unloaded.
All right. Takes a few hours to get everything unloaded. Everybody's exhausted. Probably eating junk food
Yep.
or drinking
Food is
energy
good.
drinks.
My character is drinking Dr. Pepper.
Ooh.
What kind of car is it that we got?
Pimp mobile. Doesn't matter. It's just a car. It's not big enough to be like a big truck or anything. It's just a car.
I was curious for like the type of roof on it. If we could put something for a carry-all on the roof.
Oh, yeah, it's a hard top. Most cars are hard tops. I really don't see that many convertibles.
Well, or you get cars with wimpy ass roofs. You can't really put anything on.
It's got a moon roof. Put a turret up there.
In the local area, like around here, did any of the cars, like even the ones that don't work, did any of them have one of those car carrier tops on it?
Oh, like a station wagon type thing?
Yeah, like the plastic tops, or even the ones that are open that are just the cradle.
Yeah, it's likely.
Once everyone's settled and stuff, I'm gonna go out and get us a car carrier for the top, and we can rig up to this one.
It's probably
Even if I just chop it free, you know what I mean? Because
That might-
they're usually held on with straps.
right. That might end up being something you want to do on downtime.
Yeah.
But as a group, what are y'all doing? I mean, what's your next move?
Take some of the fuel we've got, top off the car, fill the motorcycle.
Set up the generators.
Yeah, someone else who's more technically minded can do that.
I guess I can do that.
What kind of role would that be?
Tinker, I think?
Tinker.
Yeah, no.
I've got 6 nights to tinker.
I have 7 for Tinker because it's marked. So shall I roll it?
Nah.
Okay.
That can be stuff. That can be stuff that you guys do during downtime. Just make
Okay.
sure that you guys note those things. But most of the gaming sessions are dedicated to let's go do something versus let's sit around and do stuff.
We have a map of the area,
Mm-hmm.
and we know we need a vehicle substantial enough to haul what are they called? Solar panels, chain link fences, and things like that. So, thinking about sort of where you would find these things in a major conurbation, you ain't gonna find many rural pickup stores, but you are gonna find
Truck stop.
DHL depots, things like that. They have, that sort of thing.
Yeah, truck stop, construction yard, freight companies. Like even the freight company I work for is right downtown.
Well, you know for sure they're going to have big, heavy ass trucks like that in the industrial park.
All right. So I don't know whether one can use Scout in the abstract, i.e. just by looking at a map and marking it up, or whether it has to be a physical thing whilst actually moving.
Oh, hang on, let me give you a hand here.
He's used it on the map a bunch already.
Yeah, but I think that was when we were moving, right? As opposed to plotting a route ahead of time, and how that works.
Yeah, you can see here. Can you see my cursor too?
No, not that I can
No?
see it.
Yeah, I can.
I see a little bit.
Sort
if
of.
you
It's
could
just really small.
zoom in.
So you guys are here in Uptown. The industrial park is just right over here. So it's kind of a straight shot to get into there and pick up something big like a utility vehicle. But the industrial park is usually pretty dangerous. But it's not too far, at least.
Problem though, who's going to drive the car if we take, and who's going to drive the truck? Can any of you truckers drive?
Yeah, well, I was a armored car driver.
All right, cool. You can drive the truck then.
Yep.
I was just a hippie game designer.
Well, you can figure out tactics then.
Yes. I am educated.
So are you just dropping hints that we need to go to the industrial district T-shirt?
I mean,
You're saying
that would
that's
be...
where we'd find it.
Hmm?
You're saying that's where we'd find what we need.
Yeah.
Well, where's if we're all from this city, where's the armored car company that I work for? Yeah, are they in that same industrial park? 'Cause they'll have the same kind of vehicles we need.
Okay. One moment. You have this book too. But let's see. I have to scroll to it. Okay. Industrial Park. So it's like during the economic boom, the local industrial area was brimming with ironworks, employing hundreds of workers. And then under looming threat of inflation and foreign competition, the factories ground to a halt, closing one after the other. The Howe Brass Foundry, the largest and most productive, was one of them, brought low not just by the crisis, but also by proven charges of emission of toxic substances. Motorways connecting the industrial park to the suburbs are partially cleared so the eye can wander freely about the gray and flat plain. Beyond the abandoned gas stations and the countless biker bars and strip clubs, in the days immediately after the outbreak, this was the theater of the initial fighting between the undead and the military sent to contain the contagion. Things seemed to be going well until all hope was lost at the battle at Checkpoint 232.
Well, that's good that there are checkpoints here, because we might be able to loot them for some guns.
Yeah. You're
But there
possibly
are-
being optimistic, but
But there is there's a foundry here with lots of warehouses and things. There's biker bars, pubs. There's military checkpoints, gas stations, stuff like that. But they would also have like the big heavy trucks there for like the brass foundry. Your armored car thing is probably in the downtown area, which or the heart of the city. Possibly even.
Well, it's no point if it's farther. It doesn't matter.
It's further. Yeah, because downtown is where is the business district. It's
Yeah, it just you wouldn't have an armored car company in the business district. You go to the business district. You don't have the yard there. But it's fine. If the foundry is the easiest one, just go there. That's fine.
like I said, you won't find an armored car in the industrial park.
The reason why I was thinking is because my character would have access to keys and know where the keys are. That's it. That's the reason why.
Well, either downtown or heart of the city is probably where your armored truck stuff is going to be.
That's fine.
So it's
but we're
it's
right
further.
next to the industrial district, weirdly, in defiance of all zoning laws and
Yeah.
and property values. But yeah.
I didn't make the city. We just worked out of it.
There's probably some historical reason for it. But if we're right next to that, then we can make a run over there for the truck. We do have power now. Didn't someone have a radio? Can we pull up the radio and see if we can pick up any chatter?
All right. Yeah. Is that gonna be a tinker roll?
Yeah, I'll give you a tinker roll.
All right.
Do you want me to do that?
Yeah, you might be better at it than I am.
Okay, I'll take over for the radio duties.
Even though it was my job before this. So.
Just because it's your job doesn't mean you're good at it.
That's very true.
That is 2 1s, no successes, but there are 3 5s.
So if you convert one of those to a success,
Yeah, I'll do that. That's
Well,
one
you-
stress.
No, you can't convert
No, you
those
can't
in
do
a
that.
combat
It's
situation.
not in combat. Yeah.
Oh, okay, never mind then.
Not a stressful situation. So you just fail to get anything on it. Like if somebody's on a radio, nothing's answering.
What,
But,
what if I
uh,
punch him while he's doing it? Can he get a stress point there?
Threaten to kick his ass or shoot him in the foot if he doesn't. I will kill you if you do not get someone on this radio. Okay.
All right. Was Scott able to mark out that course though on the map? Since we to go to the industrial district to the foundry.
Well, I mean, roughly, assuming that there's no hiccups and stuff, should be fairly easy because the two districts are right next door to each other and the threat levels are not so high. Because
But I'm assuming that part of the scouting thing would be to make choices in the abstract based on what we already know about the city in terms of whether freeways are likely to be more clogged than smaller roads, etc. That sort of thing, right?
well, okay. Mechanically, what it is there's a set of rules for crossing the city, and your scouting roll, what it's designed to do is to cut back on the amount of encounters and threats that you run into along the way.
Oh, okay, so it's responsive. I get it. Yeah.
But
So
I
like
think-
if you wanted to go all the way to heart of the city, it's like I'd have to figure out how many districts you're crossing to get from there to there, figure out what the total number of threat levels is, and say, okay, you've got this many threat levels, like 8 or 9 threat levels. How many successes you get on your scouting roll reduces the number of threat levels.
Cool. Got it.
Right. But roleplay wise, yeah, lean over the map with the rest of them and say, all right, we want to avoid the main roads because that's the ones everyone's going to have tried to get out on. So sort of secondary roads, but not alleys, is the way we want to go.
All
So
right.
what's the plan?
Well, that's what we're trying to do, is get him to map out the course so we can head to there to get a truck.
Well, he's got a route mapped out, so it's if you're headed that way, then I just need to know so I can mechanically figure out how to do it.
And we'll need to bring a couple of the cans we didn't fill with regular petrol to have available to fill for diesel in case the truck needs diesel, because almost all trucks use diesel, not petrol.
Yeah.
And I'll bring my pipe that I cut for siphoning.
All right. Cool.
So headed to the industrial park?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So here's what I have to do mechanically. The threat level of the place that you're in is Uptown, which is threat level 1. Industrial Park is also threat level 1. So in game terms, when the survivors move across town, I have to first determine the total threat value of all the traversed districts, adding up their levels, which is 2. Then survivors must nominate a Pathfinder to roll Scout. For each success scored, reduce the total threat level of the journey by 1 to a minimum of 1. So that's what Scott does now.
Yeah, Scott, don't feel any pressure or anything. You're new, and we're counting on you. So.
Okay, so again, with mastery dice and all the rest of it, not that it made that much difference because I got all these on the initial roll. 2 successes, 2 6s.
Okay, so that reduces the threat level to 1 because it's a minimum. Then it says the third is finally make a number of rolls on the table equal to the final threat level of the journey. Each entry represents a separate incident befalling the survivors, so resolve multiple incidents one at a time. So that's down to 1 roll. I will let you guys roll it. It's a D6.
Well, let Scott roll it since he had to make the check to get there.
Okay.
That's a 5.
Okay. One moment. Let me find my stuff real quick. I have a whole thing of travel events that I can use.
Somebody just remind me, is adrenaline, does it keep ticking up throughout the session, or is it scene by scene?
It's during combats. During combat, every single round gives you an adrenaline point. Every time you succeed on an action or an attack or whatever, gives you another adrenaline point. Every time you take a point of damage, each point of damage is another adrenaline point.
Cool. All right.
And yeah, it keeps ticking up during combats until all your abilities are in play. And then at the end of the scene, it drops back to nothing because your adrenaline goes back down. It's kind of a weird thing, but it works. Okay. Well, as you're making your way there, you see that the road is blocked by a wrecked bus. Luckily, it's easy to bypass. You got to enter the back door and squeeze out through the broken window to the opposite side, or you can move the bus. Because I figure you're taking the car, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, what's the disposition of the bus? Is it just stopped across the road? Is it flipped on its side? What's the...
Well, if it's easy enough to bypass, then it's probably blocking the entire road to where the vehicle can't go, so you're going to either have to push it out of the way or something. But that's not the important part. The important part is as you're going through the window, you see an interesting object. Could be a rifle near the driver's seat. If the scavenge roll is successful, you understand the rifle is simply a piece of broken metal and continue on your way. If you fail, you walk through the bus stirring several of the undead that are dormant under the seats.
Okay. So someone needs to make a
Scavenge check.
roll to figure out that it's not a thing. I mean, I could just drive the car up to either the front or rear end of the bus, put it down in first and try and push it out of the way with the car.
Right, but this is a complication, so it's a chance for a roll to get something. So who wants to make the scavenge check?
Benjamin.
Okay. Scavenge 5 dice. 3, 4, 5. These 2. That is 1, no successes.
No successes.
Nope.
Okay. Yeah. While you're trying to fish out the shiny underneath the seat, you step on some of the dead. They wake up, and you have to escape. But during the escape, one of the dead grabs some of your gear while you're jumping out, so you lose one piece of gear.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I guess I lose my surgical mask and gloves.
Okay. That's how travel events basically work. It's not so much a role playing mechanic. It's a dice roll, and it's like a pass fail. Either you get this or you don't.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So once he gets back in the car, just shove the bus out the way and carry on before the dead catch up to us.
Right. And then you arrive. I figure you headed to the brass works. That's where all the bus or where all the vehicles would be, or
Yeah,
I thought we were going after the armored car.
No, because it was in the wrong district. So we're
Alright.
gonna go there.
Yeah, so go there then.
Yeah, the brass works.
yeah, you can see it. It's the old brass works. It's a big, huge, sprawling complex with lots of metal and gear around it. There are hordes kind of milling around out there, but there are also all the old trucks, the big giant trucks that have to carry metal and everything else back and forth to the factory. So what's your plan?
Do they have it like a truck workshop? Because that would finesse our chances of actually being able to piece together a working vehicle rather than randomly picking one on the street, right?
Let me see. Have to see how the complex is built up.
I assume they have a parking area like every other company I've ever been to.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, exactly.
Well, it's an entire complex.
Yeah, around the outside there'll be a staging area for trucks somewhere. Just that's where we need to go.
Mhm.
They might have some more fuel here too.
Great.
If it's a big enough
Ev-
company, they'll have on-site pumps, but it's got to be a pretty big company for that.
Well, the factory was active until roughly a decade ago, and then it was pretty much used as a shelter by homeless addicts and madmen. So it's a rundown factory. It's a decade. It's an old brass factory that's been shut down for 10 years. So the chances that there's a lot of stuff left inside is kind of slim and none, but the fact that all the old vehicles have stayed outside here, I mean, you're gonna take a little work to get them working again.
Yeah, well, yeah, it was like I said, just let's find the staging area on the outside, and I don't even want to go in if we don't have to.
Yeah, you can see that this place has some big gates outside of it, and there are 4 large warehouses numbered 1 to 4 connected by a single road. It looks like textbook industrial archaeology, like tall chimneys, rusting truck shells, warehouses with windows. His glass has been broken out for who knows how long ago. There's definitely nobody around.
On the map, Scott, do you see multiple gates?
His map's not detailed
That's not-
enough to be able to give that.
Granular enough.
Well,
No.
the gates lead to roads. I mean, you should have gates around a big plant.
It does. It does have gates around the big plant.
'Cause
Yeah,
on-
I mean, I'll just see if I can infer the presence of them from where roads or little service
I was
roads.
going to say, if there's two large gates near each other, that's what you usually have for trucks, because you have one to go in and be inspected by security and one to leave.
That's
And
about
they're
right.
usually near each other. So that's what we're looking for.
Okay.
Just cruise around the outside and look for the entrance.
Yeah. I mean, I was hoping to just use the map, but if not, you can just drive around the plant. So we're not like trying to go into like the the customer parking area, like the workers parking area.
I'm not sure what's so complicated about this. I mean, it's a big complex. It's got gating around it, but yeah, there's open gates and things like that. Like I said, the place has been abandoned for 10 years.
Yeah.
So.
Well, it's
Getting
just-
in and out's not a hard part.
Yeah, I was just thinking of it like a real place, right? A real place. If you go into the regular parking for like cars, you can't get to where the trucks are because there's fences in the way.
Yeah, but these are like 10-year-old fences that are out of repair, and people have already been cutting holes in them and everything else to get in and out of the place. Because like I said, this place has been basically used like by squatters for 10 years before the apocalypse. So getting in and out of the place, not a big difficulty. Now, if you wanted to like suddenly decide you wanted to move your base of operations over here and take this place over, that would be a little bit more involved. But
All right, so just find somewhere where there's a reasonably intact looking truck. Someone who's got a good eye for that. So I guess scavenge or tinker. Tell me where to go, and I'll park up next to it.
well, why don't we do it kind of like we did before, and we'll get somebody who has a good evaluate role to check out which truck is probably the best one.
All right, give me a second. Mine was the highest, if I remember right.
Okay.
What was yours?
5.
Yeah,
Okay.
my value to 5 as well.
Two 6s and 2 1s.
Well, 6s are what counts.
I haven't yet rolled 6s without 1s.
Fortunately, the 6s override the 1s. Yeah, like like it said, the truck shells are out there rusting and been out of repair for 10 years, but one of them seems fairly intact enough. With a little bit of work, you could probably get it working again. Obviously, you have to change out the fuel. Maybe, add some oil to the engine and some a little bit of tender love and care. It's going to take some time. But fortunately, this is kind of like a low threat level area of the city. And it's,
Well, John,
other than the occasional zombie wandering up here and there.
John, what if me and Benjamin work on the truck and the rest of you see if you can scrounge up some diesel?
All right,
Alright.
just make sure you keep watch, because if you're both working, something can sneak up on you.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, so Daniel and Benjamin are going to work on the truck.
Yep.
Okay, and what are you other three doing?
Gonna
Let me see.
look for diesel. At least diesel lasts longer than petrol does. So there's that.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think of. I mean, realistically, it's like
You
It's a
guys just
factory-
passed the bus.
it's a factory been sitting there for 10 years, abandoned. I don't know if they're gonna leave any diesel on the property or that it hasn't already been stolen by somebody.
But T-shirt, we just passed the bus. They can just siphon the bus.
Well, they could, or as I said, this is the industrial area. There are lots of old gas stations.
Yeah,
They're still around.
and there are other factories, some of which might still be in use, or even if it's just a security company, keeping an eye on some of these places.
Mm-hmm.
But
If we think there's other stuff that's going to have other trucks that are better, we could go somewhere else.
well, if we spot anything, we'll come and get you.
Okay, so are the three of you taking a vehicle to go do this, or?
No, I think go on foot to avoid noise.
Okay. So, how are y'all doing it?
Sneaky, in a sort of outward spiral pattern, hitting up places one at a time.
Okay, so,
Do you mean to lead that?
well, there's three of you. I like to give everybody a roll. So, we'll have one person roll scout to get you there. We'll have one person roll sneak. And then one person can roll spot for any threats.
Sneak is my best skill. I've got 7 in it.
Okay.
Or 6 in a mastery. So
Right.
Yeah, I'm not great at sneaking. My spot is okay. What was the other roll?
Scout, which I think we've already figured out that Scott is like
I have a
super
6.
duper.
Okay.
You're working on the vehicle, bud.
Okay, I was just gonna say I have a 6 in sneak, so if you ever
Yeah.
need me to do that,
Well, you're
I'll-
working on the vehicle.
I know.
So what's that leave for me? Spot?
Spot. Yep. So, Scott, you want to scout your way there first?
Yep, on success.
One success? On 7 dice?
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
that was on a re-roll mastery dice.
The luck.
This is why having to roll a 6 on D6s is bad, and I will go to my grave complaining about game systems that do that.
Yeah, I definitely think it's a lot harder than I thought. I kind of wish they'd had a little bit more of a granular, success rate roll or something. Like
Maybe like a 5 or a 6.
well, like difficulty checks. Like
Yeah.
5s or 6s or something like that. Because 7s are pretty common on 2 dice at least. But
Yeah, that's why I'm only volunteering for anything that has 5 dice or better.
all right. Hey, nobody said it would be easy. Okay. So now we need our sneaker and our spotter.
all right.
Our spotter got a success.
Okay.
Two 1s.
Uh-oh.
That was my 7th die too.
Well, remember, you get the mastery dice, so you get to re-roll one of them.
I'm gonna re-roll one of the ones, right?
Or 2 of them.
Okay.
Right, 2 of them.
2 of them.
Yeah, because you have 2 over
1
5.
6. All right.
Hey. Yeah, you
Barely eked that out there.
yeah, you were guiding yourself to a gas station, and you were tiptoeing by a group of bikes that were sitting there, and you almost tipped one over, but you managed to catch it before it fell over and alerted the nearby horde that Shanks had spotted.
Yeah.
After after hunkering down for a few minutes and letting it pass, you guys have the entire gas station to yourself.
All right. Look for diesel.
There is diesel here.
All right.
Their gas canisters inside.
Yes,
Yeah,
indeed. But I would have thought you'd have brought some with you by now. But it's like, guys, always pack your gas canister.
Yeah, that was one of the things that I said when we were talking about you 3 going, was that we brought. Remember, we brought gas canisters, and I brought a 6 feet piece of hose for you.
That's right.
Well, pretty much all the canisters that we have are full of petrol. So
you have to find new ones. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
you could take the hose with you at the least. So
Yeah.
Okay.
hose,
how do you,
gas.
so how do you guys want to divide up things? Because somebody's got to go find gas canisters, and what are the other two going to be doing?
But we now know that absent any electricity, we have to manually pump this stuff up, right?
Right. And I think that's also why Daniel got you guys the emergency pump,
Yeah.
so that you could pump it out.
Yeah, you just take one of the lids off the same spots where they pour it in, and you stick that on top, and you start pumping like a madman.
Just make sure it's the diesel one.
Yeah. There's always a stick there you can drop down and pull out to check if it's diesel or if it's gas.
Yeah.
Minestrone.
What's what would be the mechanic for somebody just standing there pumping this stuff up?
Nothing. You don't have to worry about it.
Oh, cool. In that case, I'll definitely do that.
If you're stuck doing what I did, just standing there like an idiot.
It's just
Oh, yeah, you've seen me play my characters before, right?
it's just now I know what you're doing while this is going on. Okay, so Kevin is looking for gas cans. What is Shanks doing?
I guess stand guard. That's probably the best use of my skills. Is watching out for hordes and gunning them down if they appear.
This is how Kevin got dry gulched by a fatty before. Okay, Kev, go looking for your
All right.
gas cans.
Scavenge?
Yeah.
Alright, that's not my best, but let's see what 3 dice do. 1-1.
Oh no. Okay. You do find a stand of gas cans. It's not the plastic ones. It's the old style, like aluminum metal ones.
Jerry can.
Jerry cans.
Jerry cans, yeah. And they're all stacked one on top of the other, kind of. And as you're
Yeah.
reaching for one, you accidentally knock the entire stack down. It makes an awful racket.
You rang the dinner bell.
And at that point, it's like zombies just burst out of the back area. Apparently there was a group of them that were hiding in the back there. Maybe they were people who turned or something, but they burst through the door. So you've now got 8 walkers in the convenience store with you.
Alright, I'm going to again yell help. And I'm gonna charge at them with the katana that I have.
Running away would be a good idea.
Well, we need these gas cans. Or I'll... Yeah.
Run away till you get where John is and then let you kill him and then go back and get the gas cans.
Alright.
I'd be running next to Pistol Boy there. He's packing twice.
Because shooting pistols next to the gas is always a good idea.
Well, you don't have any gas yet. Well, diesel, actually.
Pistols is fine. It's talking on your mobile phone that's dangerous.
That's true.
Well, it's also diesel. It's not that hard to. It's pretty hard to set off.
Yeah.
There's no sign that says don't shoot pistols in the petrol station.
It's okay to shoot pistols.
Yeah, therefore it's
I
fine.
have that sign because of me.
Okay, so
coffee may be hot.
okay, so Scott, you're sitting there, trying to pump out this gas or get it ready to go. Shanks is standing there, standing guard. You hear a commotion from inside the convenience store. Kevin comes running out, yelling, "Zombies!" As a small horde of about 8 of them come shambling outside. It's your 3 go before anything else happens.
Remember, if Scott stops pumping, he's got to start all over again from scratch.
Yeah, this is why I'm deferring to John to see what he does first of all. Yeah.
It's not a video game. There's not a progress bar that says.
But that's the way the pumps work. If you stop pumping, all the fuel in the pump drops right back into the well, and then you have to start all over again to get it to pull up. It kind of is like a progress bar, and it's a bitch.
Okay, I need actions. What are we doing?
All right.
You guys can go in any order you want, but you guys get to go first.
Also, you don't have to worry about hitting me. I have low profile as my first skill, and I think that's active, right? Because I'm at 0. It's blue.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's blue.
So I'm gonna charge into melee.
Okay, so you're gonna go first.
Yeah, and then I'll join in with the chainsaw.
Oh, the noisy chainsaw. Okay.
I think it's safer than shooting, all joking aside.
Well, yeah, but Kevin has low profile, so he doesn't get hit by accident.
Yeah, but do the pumps and everything else have low profile, or
I see what he's saying. Okay, Kev, make your attack.
All right. Nothing.
Not a single success?
A 2, a 4, a 3, and a 3.
Well, at least there's no ones.
Wait, the 4 plus.
yes, you can spend a point to upgrade that.
Yeah, you can start stressing. Oh, by the way, everybody gets 3 adrenaline points.
Okay.
All right, so I
Yeah,
spend
you mean
one.
just those 3 guys, right?
Yes, those 3 get 3 adrenaline. Or 1 adrenaline each.
Yeah, I
Oh,
add
I
one
don't-
point.
Yeah, okay. I got 0.
I add 1 point of stress, and then that 4 becomes a success.
Okay. What? Doing all your fancy looking kata, you will manage to kill 1 of the walkers.
But very impressively.
Very impressive. Yes. There are still 7 left. So it looks like Chainsaw Man's going to be the one who has to carry this one.
All right, so it's 5 bonus dice for the chainsaw, and
Do we all have 3 adrenaline right now?
No.
Okay. I just
No.
want to make sure.
Yeah, we're not involved, man.
Okay.
Yeah, the party is split up, so...
Gotcha.
after all that, 1 success. So
Right. He does his he does his Leatherface chainsaw dance. And then finally manages to, lop one of them's head off with the chainsaw. So it's 2 zombies down.
I
Scott?
probably didn't pay that much attention to Daniel's instruction on how this thing works. So I'm going to stop pumping,
That's fine.
draw the crowbar, and rush in.
Okay.
So this is fight, and I add 1 dice for using the crowbar, right?
Right.
All right, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that's 1 success, but I did roll 2 5s, and so I believe I can take 2 stress to turn that into 2 more successes because they're 4 or more, right?
That's right.
Okay, so I will take 2 stress, and I will do I have a total of 3 successes. Damage.
Wow. So the guy with the super duper impressive zombie slaying katana and the guy with the chainsaw both only managed to kill 1 each because they were busy showing off. Scott just gets in there and just crazy starts wailing away with this damn crowbar like Gordon Freeman and kills 3 of them.
Screeching with a very high pitched screeching the whole time.
And don't forget, you guys get an adrenaline point for every success. So, like, Scott gets 3 more adrenaline points. John and Kevin get 1 each. It is now the zombies' turn. So let's see. You've killed 5 of them. There's 3 left. You could theoretically, like, each deal with 1 point of damage coming in.
that goes right to hit points, or can you add stress to negate that?
No. Remember, you have a dodge roll.
Right. All right. I'm gonna try and dodge.
Okay. So
Same.
yeah. So you roll your cool, and the number of successes is the number of damage points you can avoid.
2 successes.
Oh God,
Okay.
same. When I roll 3 dice, I get 2 6s.
Nice.
Okay, so if I dodge, I roll 6 dice plus 1 mastery dice, correct?
That's right.
Yep, so I got 1, 2, and I can spend for stress, correct?
If needed be.
I don't need to, but I'm going to, so I'm going to
Oh.
have to give myself 3 successes.
Well, okay, but you only had 1 point of damage coming in, possibly. And remember,
Yeah.
you guys determine who takes the damage. So, like, there's 3 hit points of damage coming in. Theoretically, Scott didn't even have to roll because between Kevin and John, they have basically dodged all the damage. So I'm just saving you.
I'm literally just playing with the mechanics here, just to see what happens when you start bumping up your adrenaline. Really, that's all I'm. Really
Okay.
doing.
Okay.
So
there
by
you
my
go.
count, I'm now on 7 adrenaline. Does that seem right? 3 from last time, 3 from this time, plus 1 for the encounter in itself. Is that right?
That's right.
Okay, cool.
And you guys also get successes for dodging the incoming attacks.
Does that give us adrenaline?
Yes.
Okay. How much? Just 1 each?
Yes.
Okay.
And it is the next turn, so you get another point of adrenaline.
Cool.
And you have 3 zombies, and there's 3 of you. So go in any order you like and kill them.
After you redeem your honor.
All right. I just wanted to get this straight. I don't add the 5 from the katana to my 4 for fighting.
Yeah, you do.
It's the dice, yeah, you do.
Zantetskin gets 5 extra dice. It's a
Okay.
brutal. It's pretty much it's the weed whacker for low level opponents.
Well, this explains why I've been doing so bad, but I don't know everyone else.
You just didn't have your chi properly aligned yet. That's all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He had to warm up.
2 successes, and that cancels out the ones,
Yeah.
right? Okay.
Yeah.
And
If you get any successes, the ones don't count. The
Right.
ones only count if you fail.
all right, 2 successes.
Okay. So you will kill 2 more zombies, get 2 more adrenaline points. What's everybody else doing? Got 1 zombie left.
I'll finish him.
Finish him with the chainsaw.
Two successes.
Oh, nice. And you get 2 more adrenaline points as you finish off the last one with the chainsaw. Both of y'all are kind of looking at Scott like, show off.
You're a bit tasty.
Oh, I'm probably still beating in the skull of the last one I dropped.
Stop, he's already dead.
He's already dead. All right. Well, with the small group that was inside the convenience store routed, Kevin goes back in and retrieves the jerry cans, and Scott manages to get the pump back and up and going. And who knows? Shanks probably even wanders into the convenience store to steal what food might be left.
If anything.
Yeah. Probably even comes out with a pack of cigs and a beer.
No, I tell you what I will get. Some of those truckers pills.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
They still sell those? I haven't seen those since I was a kid, because I assume there was a lot of accidents.
Those, yeah, I've still seen those on the shelf, but I think energy drinks have largely replaced a lot of that.
Yeah, a lot of
people
the
can
more a lot of the more exotic truckers pills and sort of late night clubbing pills got banned over here. So, ephedrine.
Yeah, well, the one I think a lot of guys still abuse too, especially at construction and stuff like that, is the BC powder. But that's for aches and pains as much as anything else.
Yeah, you can still get the high caffeine pills for.
Yeah, Pro Plus things like that.
I know a lot of guys at my work take those things.
Yeah, Stinger.
Goth breakfast, as it used to be.
Yep. Okay. Well, the intrepid threesome manages to, fill up their jerry cans with diesel. And sloshingly, I figure there's like 2 jerry cans per person, hauls them back to the side of the brass factory. And about the time they arrive, Ben and Daniel get finished, oiling and making sure that the engine's going to run and turn over, and that the, electronics and stuff in the truck still work. And everybody gets this behemoth all fueled up. And
I'll
just
tell
about
everyone while we're traveling back the story of why they're called jerry cans.
Go ahead.
Oh, you don't know?
Go ahead.
So in World War II, the British fuel canisters were shit. They were poorly welded and they kept springing leaks, and it caused all sorts of problems. So whenever the British soldiers came across the Germans, they nicked their fuel cans, which belonged to the Jerrys. So they were jerry cans.
The Germans.
The Germans, yeah.
Filling up my tea. We're at 2 hours in. Does anybody need a break, or?
It'd be helpful, yes.
It'd be helpful, yes. Okay.
Yeah.
We're about to get into a major scrum. So why don't what do you take? Like what do you say? 5-10 minutes? 15 minutes? How long do you guys want? 15 or 20?
Yeah, because I need to get something to eat.
Okay.
If not, I can wait. I can wait longer, but I just figured I'd ask.
How's everybody else with that?
15's fine.
I'm good with 15.
Okay, cool.
Dan? Scott?
Yeah, 15's fine with me.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay. So we'll be back in 15. See you then. All right, everybody back?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just made some Singapore noodles. Pretty good.
Cool.
Tell you what, I've gotten really addicted to Lao Ganma lately. You guys ever try that?
No, what is that?
It's a Chinese, like a crunchy chili mix, like with garlic and stuff in it.
Oh,
It is so good.
I've seen this.
Yeah. They have a lot of memes about it, and it's actually really tasty. I mean, I think it's like China's favorite, but it's mine too.
I'm back.
Well, good. All right. So, to recap. So, you guys got back with the gas cans just as Scott and Dan were, I should say, Dan and Ben were busy finishing up the last touches on getting the rig working. And fueled it up. And just about the time that you get it going, you can hear a sound as the sun is starting to go down. And one of the warehouse doors busts open, and a massive horde, accompanied by fatties and an abomination, come strolling out. Basically, it's like somebody rang the dinner bell and it's nighttime. They're all coming out of their hidey holes.
Our adrenaline reset, didn't it?
No.
No. Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and say it's still on for now. You didn't really have time for it to go down, so. So what are y'all doing?
I guess we take care of the Zeds coming towards us.
So, well, we can't target the smaller ones until the bigger ones are dealt with, unless anyone's got one of those special abilities that lets you.
Right.
No, I just got to my second tier, but it's not anything that would affect like damaging.
So we have the truck full.
How much damage do cars do?
Well, I know in the game, it's like they kill anything that they run into. Let's see. Vehicles in combat. Let's see. Oh, interesting. It says usually a vehicle has enough fuel for a single scene. You use stunt to drive. Any trouble rolled while driving a vehicle, including in combat, results in a vehicle suffering 1 point of damage. Yes, now that you have a fancy ride, what do you want to do with it? Crush zombies, of course. To use a vehicle in combat, one survivor must be the driver. If the driver doesn't spend an action, main, or support every round to control it, the vehicle goes straight, with the consequences left to the GM. Ramming. The usual way to use a vehicle in combat is to drive into a bunch of zombies as a ram. Usually you do this at the start of combat, and if there's enough distance between the survivors in the vehicle and the zombies. There is. This is considered a special attack at range 0. It costs the driver a main action and requires a roll of stunt with a bonus dice equal to the size of the vehicle. Ooh, so now I gotta find out what the size of the vehicle is.
Size 3.
Large car, SUV, or van? No, it's bus or truck. It's a size 4.
The car.
Well, don't we have both?
True.
Oh. Yeah, I was about to say, are you going to use the little car to run into stuff? Or are you going to...
Well, it wasn't a little car. You described it as a pimp mobile.
Yeah, so it's a 3.
But vehicles only do 2 damage.
Yeah.
So
Is that all
isn't
vehicles?
gonna,
Huh?
yeah, so that isn't going to crush the abomination.
Yeah, it won't stop the abomination. It'll crush everything else.
Is the only thing that can take him down the chainsaw?
The
Yeah.
chainsaw by itself can't do it because it's only got a 2.
Yeah, you had to have Kevin using it last time when he had his super strength.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kevin had to be all pumped up and full of adrenaline.
Just let me check my character sheet a second.
Mhm. Now, people inside of a vehicle can assign damage from enemy attacks to the vehicle itself, or they can attack from inside the vehicle as well.
How far away are these things at the moment?
Like a ways, I figure.
Okay. Can I
Exact
Grab-
distances.
can I grab one of the petrol fuel canisters and hurl it into the path of the oncoming horde?
So basically, you're going to make an improvised Molotov. Huh?
Yes, because that's the only things that can hurt abominations.
You know, since it's a thin-walled aluminum jerry can, I will allow it.
Okay.
Yeah, having just told the story about how durable they are, good one.
Well, no, this is not like. Okay,
This is an American jerry can, so it's
well-
probably plastic.
no, it's not plastic.
That's why it was so loud when I knocked it over.
Yeah, that's why it was so loud when you knocked it over. Let me see if I can find a picture of one of these things. This is, I think you guys have a different impression of what this is.
There.
I have all these metal gas cans. Let me see. 'Cause these things are normally made out of aluminum.
Do, 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 do.
Do, 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 do. And it just brought up a picture of one, and then it went away. Thank you very much, Google search. So helpful. I just saw it. It went away again. Where is this thing? Okay. Bring this up so you guys can see exactly what you're dealing with here. It sounds pedantic, but I want you guys to understand. This is an American, 2-gallon gas can. They're these ain't shit.
That's not a jerry can.
No, it's not a jerry can. This is a standard like aluminum gasoline can, and you sometimes find these in convenience stores. They're like the cheaper gas cans. They're not the nice plastic ones.
Okay.
The plastic ones are nicer than these.
Well, basically improvising a Molotov by hurling one of those into the path of the zombies and then shooting it.
Huh. Okay. I guess the only way to do that is to use your move action as a stunt to throw it,
Yeah.
and then take a shoot action to shoot it.
Yeah.
So make your 2 rolls, and if you fail, I guess I know what everybody else is going to be doing.
Okay. So. Two successes to hurl it. And then Shooty McShooterson is... No, that's the shelter sheet. That's not going to help.
Nope.
Three successes.
Okay. Just to reiterate, everybody got 1 adrenaline point
Okay.
Yeah.
before everything else. You got 2 more AP for the throw, and then you got 3 for shooting.
Right. So I'm at adrenaline 14 then. Okay.
Okay.
Right, so where's the actual stats on the Molotov?
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for too. Molotov. Okay, it's on page 58. To throw a Molotov, roll stunt. Yeah, we did that. Result is dealt as damage to everybody at range 0, including survivors, unless Molotov was thrown as an opening shot. Undead suffer double damage. Aim straight, though. If you cause trouble with your stunt roll, you have poured some burning liquid onto yourself and suffer 1 damage. But that's neither here nor there. That's fine.
Yeah. So I don't remember what I rolled on the throwing one, but I got 4 successes on the shooting to hit the count.
You got 2 successes.
Okay. So that's 4 damage to everything at range 0 to the count.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, the abomination will die as well as everything in that area. So that horde will die. There are hordes coming out of all of the warehouses. Thankfully, no more abominations, but they are kind of mixed fatties, runners, and walkers. A lot of these zombies are wearing what looks like biker jackets and stuff.
Wait, don't I get adrenaline for those kills? or is it just for the hits?
It's the successes.
Okay.
You get adrenaline for kills? I don't remember you getting adrenaline for kills.
No, you do in the board game.
You do in the board game, yeah. Don't confuse me.
Sorry.
We'll double check. Oh wait, it does say you do for okay, hang on. Let's double check because you might actually get them for killing the zombies too. I don't remember that. I remember that from the board game. You not?
You don't. 1 adrenaline for every success on any action roll, and 5 adrenaline points for achieving something out of the ordinary, like dealing with an exceptionally tough adversary. So,
yeah.
I mean, I won't say no if you want to give me points for
that. You know what? Yeah, I'll give you the extra for that because it was an abomination. It's a big nasty. So
yeah.
Could have potentially been extremely dangerous if the party hadn't taken it out very quickly. So yeah, I'll give it to you.
But there's more pouring out from other buildings, you said?
Yes. Everyday zombies and runners.
But the fatty and the abomination are gone?
Yeah, the fatties and the abominations in that group are gone.
All right.
But there was more fatties in these other groups, but not another abomination.
Yeah. So what are the rest of y'all doing?
Is the truck fueled up now? Or does it still need to be fueled?
No, I already said you got it all working. It was all fueled up. And just as you finished, night fell and the things started coming out of the warehouse.
Yeah, I just missed whether it was fueled or not.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I'll spend my action getting it going. Starting it up.
Okay, so your action is starting up the vehicle. Okay. What's everybody else doing?
I guess I'll be firing at the horde that's incoming.
Okay. So roll your shoot roll.
Mm-hmm. Shoot. Okay, here it is. That is a 5, 6. 1, 2, 6. One more. That is 1 success.
Just one?
Yep, I got 2 1s, but 1 6.
Ah, okay. Well, you get 1 adrenaline point, and yeah, one of the of the crowd drops. There's now 11 left in that group.
So no fatties in that group.
Yeah, no fatties in that group.
Not yet, anyways.
Well, they're either there or they're not. If they were
okay.
there, that'd be the first thing you would hit.
Oh, okay.
It's kind of an annoying rule that in Zombicide Chronicles, but fatties are so big. Apparently, they just sit there and absorb all the shots before the slower walkers.
Doesn't make much sense, but yeah.
I
Maybe
kind of
they-
understand it, but
Maybe they instinctively go to the front. I don't know.
yeah, they push their way to the front. It's kind of like, whenever you have a big old box of peanuts or something like that, and you got like those big old Brazil nuts, and they inevitably work themselves to the very top because of the way that compaction works. Science is fun. Scott and Kevin.
If Daniel's getting ready to get out of here, I'm gonna hop in the truck.
Okay, so not taking any actions? Any other actions?
I don't have anything ranged. Can I get in a couple swipes on that group of 11?
Not without running over there.
All right. Yeah. Let me attack them. I've got my second skill unlocked.
Okay. Run over to the horde and use Zantetskin. Lawnmower blade.
All right. I've got 2 successes and 2 4s and a 5. Can I use 3 stress to make that 5 successes?
If you wish.
I will do that.
Okay, you get 5 adrenaline. That is a mechanic I actually kind of like, is the fact that you can convert to stress, and if you succeed, it still turns into adrenaline, because it's like, then it becomes like a risk versus reward system, which I really, really like in games. All right, so let's see. You killed 5. Benjamin killed 1. There are 6 left. Scott?
This truck, is it? It's like a box truck, yeah. It's already got the trailer element, as it were, is kind of attached to the cab. Is that right?
Yeah, it's a great big, it's like a big, not a deuce and a half so much, but
That's a steak
kind of like, it's a big ass truck.
And it's got like a roll down rear door.
Yes.
Okay. Is that door open or closed?
You can open it.
No, I don't want to give them any more points of entry than I can help. But I'm thinking right now there's only one person in the truck of that thing, so nobody wants to be driving a vehicle on their own in case they get mobbed. So I am going to get into the cab of the truck with Daniel.
Okay. So you're not gonna attack out of it or anything?
I am not going to rush off to one of 4 possible hordes. No, I'm not going to rush off. Start swinging a crowbar at them. No.
I'll hand him my pistol. Here, take some shots.
I don't know if I have enough actions to do that and get into the truck, but if I have, I will.
You don't. But Daniel's using the remainder of his action to basically hand off the pistol, and you're basically taking it. So.
All right. Yep. Next turn then.
All right. I guess you guys kind of need an idea what this truck is kind of looks like. I had something envisioned a little bit like this. Not quite a dump truck, but some big hauling type sucker like one of these. Only maybe not as newfangled or anything because it's 10 years old.
We could get that. And
That truck is probably 10 years old.
Yeah.
we could probably use something like that and load it with the solar panels.
Yeah, imagine that.
That's why I
Could-
want the truck.
Yeah, that's why you
Oh,
wanted the
yeah.
truck.
Oh, okay, my bad.
That was the plan.
That's why you guys are risking all this to get this big ass vehicle.
Yeah, that's a standard D class. It's
Yeah,
a real estate truck.
yeah. It doesn't have a dump scoop or anything, but it's
Yeah,
It's opened up at the back like that.
Box van.
yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so everybody's done their thing. The zombies all get to go. That's Kevin is the only one in close proximity to them, and there's 6 of them. So Kev, that's 6 points of damage incoming unless you Oh, but he can't because he had to move to get there and then he attacked.
Oh, so I can't.
So
I can't dodge.
He can't dodge.
All right.
So ooh. I don't think you can't handle 6 damage, can you?
No, you can't put it off to the stress.
I believe that's. Let me see.
Wait, I think that might be what my ability.
I think that's your
yeah.
ability. That's your special ability. And
Is that all you've got? Yeah.
is that all? Yeah, that was your special.
Alright. So I can survive this.
You just won't be liking life because the stress will be like. Ah!
Well, you don't necessarily die when you're reduced to 0 health anyway.
True,
I've got
but
1.
nobody likes to die anyway.
No.
So how much stress did you go up?
All the way to 8.
Oh. But don't forget you get adrenaline for all that too,
Yeah.
because you take
So,
adrenaline for
4 points.
incoming. Yeah,
And am I at my next?
be close.
Almost. Yeah, 1 more, and I'm at super strength.
Which that happens now because it's now the next turn. Everybody gets another point of adrenaline immediately. And now you may take your actions again. I would kind of suggest Kevin goes first so he can see how many he can eliminate with his new level of stress.
If you're all good with that, I gain +1 damage, so it becomes a +2 weapon.
You have super strength, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what happens. So
All right.
now you could kill fatties.
Probably don't want to risk it though. But I can. Let's see what happens to the rest of this mob. 1 success. Because I can't push it with the stress anymore.
Right. So you managed to kill 1 more. There's still 5 left.
Do the mastery dice apply in combat?
Yes, they do.
Because does he have any of those dice that
Oh,
rolled mastery?
Yeah,
dice?
yeah.
I don't know if he has any. If his mastery is that high though. I mean, he's getting 5 dice from the weapon.
Yeah, I do have fight as a tagged skill, and
Okay.
I've 4. It's a combat 2 and muscle 2, so
So that's
That-
normally
that-
5 dice.
okay, so that wouldn't be anything.
Yeah.
Well, it's
6.
whatever your dice pool is. Anything over 5 is a mastery dice.
Oh, so the Zantetskin would actually add in.
Yeah.
Okay.
That would
So-
contribute to the total.
Okay, so basically you get like what 4 mastery dice out of that.
Yeah.
there you go.
See?
You got 4 dice you can re-roll.
Nothing.
Not your day. Okay. Well, don't forget to get your 1 adrenaline point for killing another zombie.
Alright.
Yeah, you guys, Kevin's about to get turned into zombie food. What are y'all gonna do?
Try and save him by gunning down all the zombies around him.
Okay.
So... I'm 20 adrenaline, so both my dual expert and my blitz are now up. So I can use a support action to attack. So I've got my normal attack, my support action, and my additional ranged attack.
Wow.
So I get 3 attack rolls. So you
Shanks.
yank out the pistols and blaze away.
It's a good thing I'm not making anybody track ammo.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Four successes total.
Not bad. Okay. That's 1 zombie left, and you get 4 more adrenaline.
Cool. Pulling a bunch
Okay.
of lead and gun down the ones closest to him first.
Okay. I think Benjamin is busy. Scott, you just got a pistol, so this is your chance to shoot that 1 lone zombie and save Kevin.
Well, now let's see. Let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. Okay, all right. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Pistol is one additional weapon dice, I assume.
It's 2.
Yes.
Pistol
It's
is plus 2 dice. Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. Right. So 1, 2, 6. Okay. And its successes are 3+, but I only need 1, don't I? So I'm not going to spend any stress because I'll take that single success to finish it, I assume.
Yes. So you get another AP.
All right.
And Kevin is free from the horde.
He will run.
Well, it's not his turn, but it's Daniel and Benjamin's turn. And like I said, I think Benjamin is occupied, so... Daniel?
Not at the moment. I can
Okay.
respond now, but there's probably going to be barking soon, so I'll just do my action quick, and then I'll unmute myself again.
All right.
Okay, so I will fire at the zombos.
Okay, so you're engaging a horde that's further back. Okay.
Okay, yep. And I roll 6 dice to shoot. Okay. That is 2 5s and a 1. So no, can I
nothing.
use some stress to raise the 5s to 6s?
I believe so.
Okay, I will do so then.
Okay, so you gain... How many successes did you get? What, 2?
Yep, 2.
Okay, you get 2 AP and 2 stress, and 2 of the 12 in the further group go down.
Awesome. And my stress goes up, or my adrenaline goes up by 2.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Daniel?
I swing the truck out and drive into those ones approaching.
Nice. Okay. So you're hauling ass with Mr. Truck.
I have no idea what to roll for that.
Okay, well,
For
good thing
vehicles.
we just checked that, yeah. I just had it. Where'd it go?
I know it was a stunt skill.
It is a stunt. It's a stunt roll, as far as I know.
Do you add anything for the truck, like the 4 dice for the size or something?
I think that's the damage and stuff. Hang on. Remember, I have to scroll through stuff to find it. So
Special attack at range 0 costs you a main action, requires a roll of stunt with bonus dice equal to the size of the vehicle, which for a truck is 4.
yeah.
Uh,
What page you find that on?
That was on page 24 of the field guide.
That's why I'm in the wrong book. It's in the field book. Okay.
That'll do it.
Alrighty.
Yeah, I keep saying they really needed to combine that field guide with the main book.
Does it say what the quote-unquote accuracy is?
Yeah, you need a 5 or higher to convert
Right.
to hit. Yeah.
Because the maneuverability is so bad.
Okay. Well, I got 3 6s and I got 3 5s, and the rest doesn't matter. So I'll spend 3 stress and turn that, so it gives us 6 hits.
So you got
Nice.
6 adrenaline, and you crushed 6 of them. And it didn't matter if they were fatties or if they were walkers, because the damage this thing does is just like. Let's see. Is there any effect on the vehicle though when you ram?
Well, it said only if I screwed up, right? Remember when you guys read that off before?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you can choose to spread damage to the vehicle if you're counterattacked.
Which you're in the thick of some. Let's see, you killed 6. Benjamin killed 1, so that's 7. So we have, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We got, 5 left.
Didn't I kill 3 because I killed 1, then I had 2 successes?
Oh.
Twice.
My bad, thank you. So there's only 3 left in that group.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. And
Scott start shooting?
Huh?
Can Scott start shooting?
I think he's the last one who hasn't done anything this round.
Yep, he
Yeah.
certainly will. Yep.
Yep.
4 plus 2 for the
3
gun.
left in this group, Scott.
Okay.
Actually,
and-
you're also so close that you can actually reach out and crowbar them.
Do I want to lean out the window if I'm moving? No. So there's 3 left, you say. Okay, so I got 1 success, and I think, if I remember rightly, a gun is 3 plus for accuracy.
Yep.
Yeah.
3 plus.
So I will spend 2 more stress to drop all 3 in that group, finish that group off entirely. Does stress reset after each encounter, or does it take a downtime-y sort of action? Action.
It's kind of a downtime-y thing.
Okay, so I'm now at 5. Fair enough, thank you.
Yeah, so basically, as long as your adrenaline keeps going up, your stress can't go down.
Okay, got it.
Best way to do it. But you did get 3 adrenaline for that.
Mm.
Okay, so let's see. That's 3 groups of... that's 3 hordes put down, and there's another one coming out of Warehouse 4. It's still pretty distant. What is everybody going to do? It's another round. Everybody gets an adrenaline point. As that horde starts shambling over y'all's way.
So that's the last lot of zombies left, right?
Right.
Well, you said there's another one distant.
That's the one. There was 4 warehouses. The first one had an abomination and some fatties in it. Shanks took those out. Kevin and Scott took out the second one, and then Benjamin opened up on the third one, and then you finished it off along with Scott.
Do we have enough? Do we have enough time, we think, to spin the vehicles around and just run for it?
Yeah, I mean, if everybody hops in their vehicles and gets going right now, you don't even have to worry about that horde. But it's up to you if you wish to engage it.
Get while the getting's good, then.
Yeah, I think I'm about at my limit.
Yeah. Kevin
What is it
is
with
like
you and getting hurt?
Kevin is basically sitting there shaking, going, "Man, this is so awesome." Because his stress is maxed out and his adrenaline is pumping.
All right, well,
kind of-
wheel around, get out of there.
Yeah. It's like Shanks, you can audibly hear Kevin's heartbeat inside the cab of the vehicle.
All right. I guess I'll lead the way for the truck then, because the truck's more unwieldy, so it'd be better if I run into any trouble rather than them.
All right. That being the case, it is still two threats to get home. So either actually, Benjamin, which vehicle did you pile into?
The truck.
Truck. Okay. So he heard your dog. Okay, so it's between Kevin and John as to which one of you guys is going to do the scouting role.
Well,
Get back.
I'm driving, so you'll navigate it.
Oh boy. All
Whether
right.
you're any good at it or not.
Scouting or spotting?
Scout. So it's you have perception 2, grit 1, so you got 3 dice.
Are we going in convoy?
Yeah, basically.
Is that the idea? Well, why don't I just sort of hand signal, turn left, turn left, turn right, and they can look
Well,
at the rearview mirror.
We're going to go in front.
Yeah, because the car is in front. You're not in front.
Ah, no, I understand now. Yes, I get it. Yep, I understand. It's not map reading. It's okay.
I would have let you, but and ordinarily I think everybody would have preferred it default to you. But I'm kind of like, this is a situation where.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, 2 5s and a 1.
Okay, so Kevin's adrenaline is too high and his stress levels are too high. He can't properly navigate, so it's like you're going to hit every threat along the way. This ought to be fun. It's not too many, though. It's like I said, it's you guys. You picked like the safest areas to go to or to go through. And that was not entirely by GM design because you guys wanted to go after the truck, but it works out. All right, roll a d6 for your first travel event.
Do you want to do the honors?
All right. 1.
A fight. All right. As you're trying to leave this place, another horde. Actually, it's a group of like a very big horde gets in front of y'all. I'm gonna need you to roll a combat check
To get through it.
Uh-huh.
Even though we're driving?
Even though you're driving.
Okay.
Speed up, turn your wipers on.
Yeah.
So which combat? Combat muscle, combat brains, combat grit? Fight, shoot, or cool?
I'll leave it up to you.
Okay.
It's because I figure what way would you normally try to get through this threat?
Put my foot down and pass straight through them.
Really? So pretty much fight.
Yeah.
I
Do we all
say
have to roll, or just me?
Just one person gets to roll.
Okay. Do I get bonus for the car
No.
as a weapon? No.
No, it's a big enough horde to threaten you and the car and the truck.
Well, I got 3 successes. So.
3 successes. All right. Yeah, you managed to push and grind and fight your way through the hordes without taking any damage to yourself or the vehicles, fortunately.
Clearing a path for the truck.
Yeah, basically. And the truck just flattens whatever's behind, left.
Burst.
You have another travel event, so go ahead and roll the next one, D6.
3.
Accident. Okay. So, your way back, it was clear before, but apparently a chunk of building had caught fire and has now fallen and is partially blocking your way. So you need to roll a athletics check, because it's either, you guys are having to get out and move all the stuff out of the way so you can get the vehicles through, or you're pushing it with the vehicles. But either way, I need somebody to roll an athletics check. Since it holds up both vehicles, I'm going to say you may choose anybody in your group to roll this athletics check.
Okay. I'm assuming it's athletics muscle, so who's got the highest total for that?
I got a 5.
6.
Okay, so
Anyone else?
No, 4.
No? Okay. Guess
Yeah.
it's
Okay.
down to me then.
Sorry, mine was muted. What was yours, John? Was it 6?
6. Yeah.
I have the same thing.
Okay. No successes.
no successes.
No successes.
Okay.
But no ones either.
All right. Well, everybody gets out, moves everything, clears debris. Occasionally fights off, a walker or two that wanders over to see what's going on. You've managed to do it, but you're now all tired, which is a hindering condition.
Remind us what that does again.
About to look it up. Well, crapola. On my Game Master screen? Please tell me it's on my Game Master screen, because it would be so much faster if it was on my Game Master screen. Hindering conditions. Okay. Demoralized, low visibility, splitting headache, stunned, tired. Okay, but it doesn't actually say what it does. But I believe it's a -1 on your dice.
Something like that.
Yeah, it's something minor and annoying, but it's not like mission threatening, except of course that But after that, everybody manages to get back to the mansion. Everybody is tired, worn out. Beth is kind of surprised that you pull this massive vehicle in there along with the little pimp mobile.
Okay, so if you have a hindering condition, you take a success and turn it into a 1.
Okay.
Or
That's
the
all of
highest
us.
I roll. It's for rolls until we manage to rest.
Yeah.
All right.
Which effectively, I think this is pretty much like the end of the mission, because it's like mission accomplished. You went out to go get the truck, you went out to go get the fuel, you got it, you brought it all back. So that's, as far as I'm concerned, that's it.
Cool. So we can get all that set up in downtime.
Uh-huh. So from there, what?
Sorry, that hindrance is mechanically quite a substantial thing. It takes your fucking success and turns it into a 1. That's actually worse than losing 1 dice by a lot.
Well, it's a good thing it's at the end of the thing and not at the beginning.
Yeah.
I've really got to get a gun. This keeps happening to me. I go all the way up on my stress.
Yeah, you do. Okay, yeah, here it is on page 73. So conditions, it says, if a condition can be reasonably considered to be hindering the survivor, pick the action dice showing the highest numerical result and flip it to a zombie head. If which is a 1. If the condition can be reasonably considered to be impairing, flip the 2 highest numerical results instead. So impairing is even worse. So, okay. Technically, shelter actions are supposed to be done at the end of a mission. So, do you guys want to do it now? Or the only reason to do it now would be, especially if you guys decide to study and train. Of course, the Zombicide will still be a thing for downtime, but do you want to do shelter actions now?
Yeah, it means we can just get straight into things next time.
Yep,
Right.
let's do that.
Okay. So shelter phase, first one is supply check. So during each shelter phase, survivors experience 1 supply shortage and must pass a supply check to find or fix what has become scarce. So first thing is we roll to find out which action is required by the supply check. Roll d6. Somebody.
Okay. I got a 5.
Medical supplies. Okay. So now we have what's called a prolonged action. It requires a number of successes equal to the number of survivors in the group. All survivors contribute to the check, making one single roll each and adding up their successes. Wow, that's rough. So, 5 survivors. You all get to roll a heal check.
Right.
So we'll start. We'll start at the top.
Sorry. Do we still have our adrenaline?
No. I mean, it's
No.
shelter phase.
Yeah. But we shouldn't be tired anymore either. So
Yeah, you're not tired anymore either. So Shanks, you get to go first.
yeah. No successes and a 1.
Okay, Scott,
3 successes, no ones.
3 successes. Benjamin,
What am I rolling exactly?
heal check.
Okay, let's see. Heal. That's 4 dice. That is 2 successes.
Okay, Daniel,
I got you all beat. 3 ones.
Okay.
Kevin,
No successes.
Okay, well, fortunately, between Scott and Benjamin, they got 5 successes. There's 5 survivors. So, but Scott and Benjamin kind of put their heads together and figure out, how to make bandages, how to brew up some on the cheap alcohol, and maybe use some gasoline and some other stuff to sterilize wounds. They may have even gone so far as to boil down urine for
Ammonia.
ammonia. Yeah. But whatever the case is, yeah, your medical issue is resolved for now. So that's your supply check. So now it's everybody's shelter actions. Shanks, do you want to gather rumors? You want to make something or study and train?
I will study and train
Okay, roll your education.
again. Yeah. 1 success.
1 success.
So I get +1 XP
You get 1 XP,
on top of whatever we got for the session.
right? Which I haven't assigned yet. Scott, what are you doing?
I'm assuming that gather rumors uses the contacts action, does it?
It does.
I'll do that. I'll sit and I'll probably sit up all night listening to the radio, just listening to static.
Sure.
I don't think we've got it working yet, but
Oh,
Well, we've got power, technically. So.
yeah. That's what I'm gonna try on my turn.
oh my God! They're
Would you-
just the most tedious. What? 4 3s and a 4. Good God!
Either you were listening at all the wrong hours or there's nobody out there.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Not sure which.
I think rolling 6s is the shittiest way to make a dice pool system work.
Okay, another vote for that. Speaking of which, it's your turn. What are you going to do, Ben? Are you going to gather rumors, make something, or study and train?
Study and train.
Okay, roll your education roll.
Okay. Seven. That is 2 successes.
You get 2 XP.
Awesome.
It's It's almost kind of a cheat because the guy who has the highest education roll will be like scarfing down all the XP the fastest and growing the fastest, but usually the guy with the highest education roll is also the weakest in combat, so their survivability kind of runs counter.
Fast learner.
Yeah, basically. Daniel, what are you doing during your downtime?
I finished completing the that water collection system.
No, that's
To go to drink. Isn't that what we're doing now?
no. You're doing shelter actions. So you're either gathering rumors, you're making something, or you're studying and training.
Yeah, making something.
Okay, so then roll your tinker.
But that's what I mean. So trying to get that water collection for my making something.
Okay.
1611.
Okay, that's a success.
Good.
I
always think they're supposed to negate each other.
No, it's only if you have no successes and you have only ones, then it's a fail. And it's usually a bad fail. I'm gonna say that that's gonna give your shelter an asset.
Okay. I have the sheet.
Okay. So we're going to call that easy access to supplies, which grants you a free success, 1 in total, not 1 per survivor, but 1 in total during a supply check. So the next time you have to roll a supply check, you get an automatic 1. So that makes things a little easier.
Yeah. Groovy.
Yeah, groovy. And Kevin, what are you going to be doing?
Which do you guys think is better? The winch that I got, I want to attach it to one of the vehicles. Should I attach it to the Pimpmobile or the van or the box truck?
We're more likely to need to winch heavy things if we're using the truck.
Yep.
So
Yeah, that
Yeah.
sounds like a good idea.
So you need to roll Tinker.
Yeah, especially if there's some way to loop the cable to the winch around the top of the door, so you can lift something up and then swing it in.
Let's see. 3 1s and a 2.
Yeah, that's without access to like a plasma cutter or a welder or something like that. It's kind of hard to jury rig it with just straps and so yeah.
Another thing to add to the Home Depot run.
Yep. You guys are thinking of stuff to add to your Home Depot run. So okay, there you go. There's all of our shelter actions, and now I have to assign XP. Okay. So let's see. As a rule of thumb, missions always feature a minimum of 2 objectives, a main objective and a side quest. Achieving an objective grants a survivor 5 experience points. Okay, so everybody gets 5 experience points because you achieved an objective.
how much did we have already?
I got 12.
I have
think
14
it's
right
12.
now. Yeah, but 12
Yeah.
was the standard.
No, I had 13.
Okay. Right, so we get 5.
And let's see. At the end of the mission, award the survivors between 3 to 5 additional XP, depending on how well they performed, especially as a team. I'm actually going to give everybody 5 because everybody actually worked out pretty well together. Everybody was kind of complimenting everybody's skills and cooperating and helping, so it's kind of generally what I like to see in the game. So
I am now level 1.
there you go. And that's the other reason why we do shelter actions at the end, because the XP that you get from shelter actions can push you into another level, and you can spend your time leveling up before the next session. Did everybody level up? Just out of curiosity.
I don't know. Was that just 10 total?
Yeah, that was 10 right there.
Okay.
Yeah.
You get it. Oh, you get a rank every 10.
You need 20 points to reach level 1.
Okay, all right, that makes sense.
Yeah, I have 23.
I have 24.
So, okay. It sounds like everybody except Scott leveled up. So everybody gets to add to a proficiency and gain a new skill.
Are proficiencies the actions like muscle, brains, grit, athletics, attitude, background?
Yeah.
Okay, so do I just add to the actions or?
Yeah, you might
You'll
want
increase
I think
one
it
of the
says,
proficiencies.
if it says a proficiency, it means athletics, attitude, background, combat, perception, survival. I think are technically.
Is there a maximum or a minimum or?
Don't know if there's a maximum.
I'm trying to look it up.
I'm looking it up too.
Well, apparently, the maximum number of dice you can roll derived from the action chart is 6 anyway. The rest have to come from mastery dice, so it'd be kind of pointless going much above that, right?
Yeah.
I have risen my combat from 2 to 3. So now I have 7 dice that I can roll in shooting.
Okay, and then we check one of these other boxes.
No, I think
no.
we just get one of the skills.
Okay, yeah. There are 6 proficiencies, which is athletics, attitude, background, combat, perception, survival.
And then we get
So-
one extra basic skill.
Yeah. So you add one add 1 point to a proficiency, and then you get an extra skill.
Oh, you mean the yellow, orange, purple thing?
Yeah, it'll be
Right.
in the yellow one. I think.
Yeah, because I think yellow and orange is where it starts branching out.
And you can have as many skills as there are spaces for them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, when you reach level 1, you gain one new basic or advanced skill to add to your yellow slot.
Yeah, because yellow, orange. There's 1 yellow, 1 orange, and there's 2 red. So basically, when you hit yellow now, it's like you in the board game you would get a choice. In this, I think it's both of them. You get them both.
I hope so. If not, it's kind of dull.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
take long shot. Means that I get the maximum range of my ranged weapons is increased by 1.
There you go. All right, I'll let everybody else level up off cam as you will, but all right. Thanks everybody out there in YouTube land for hanging out with us today. Hope you enjoyed. Kind of a little bit more fun this time. I think it's a little undirected, but I think I enjoyed it a little bit more.
Yeah.
We will see you next time.